AT&T West. So follow me this way. We're gonna see if we can find a couple of fans. We are infiltrating enemy territory. The Cowboy fans are doing it right. We got the signage, we got the great food, we got the inflatables. Thoughts on today's game?
We're gonna beat the shit out of them.
Woo! You see this right here? How do you feel about today's game?
We better win, that's all I know.
How do you feel about Dak Prescott after last week's performance?
Dak Prescott has been very consistent with the division. He has took us back-to-back 12-5 seasons. You know what I mean? He has winning records above. You can say what you want about the past 7 years, but on our division, he has been owning it for years.
Are you a Dak rider or are you a Dak hater?
Before he broke his finger, I was a rider. Now, nah. They need to let him go now.
You know Dak Prescott's watching this right now, right? Actually follows the Camp Fan podcast.
Look.
Go! Let's go, baby! Cowboys Nation, son! Let's go! Cowboys Nation represent! Cowboys Nation represent! Let's go! Get out of here!
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. All day, every day.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, Seattle.
Here we are at Lumen Field. And is that a Harry Potter reference? Maybe. I don't know. I've casted a lot of Lumen spells.
Lumen videos.
We want to see Deuce represent. We want to see him repeat. I want some repeats. And I don't need 3 beats if they repeat.
I don't need 3 beats.
I don't need
if
3
they
beats.
repeat.
If they repeat. Let's go.
You don't think we're gonna make the postseason?
Maybe wild card.
So this is
Maybe wild card.
This is where I'm like, I'm good for a good ribbing, but like to say we're not gonna make the postseason, now I can't even argue with you because you've oh god.
You know it too. You know it.
Who's your quarterback?
Okay, we got it.
This is our year.
Look at those beers! Look at those beers! Look at those beers! Look at those beers! Let's go!
Let's go, Cowboys! Let's go, baby! Cowboys Nation showing up!
Most pristine athletes in modern history playing in the NFL. Even the offensive linemen are incredibly athletic. I mean, these guys are over 300 pounds, and you know they can
Not only the size, but the speed of the linemen. Are you kidding
fly
me?
on the field.
You're telling me a guy that's 330 pounds, meant to block a guy that's 290 pounds, is faster than me, a sporty 240?
High 240. High 240. High 240.
I could beat any one of those guys right now, and I've drank a 6-pack.
What? You're wearing Crocs!
My 40 time is better than any of them.
Erroneous! Erroneous!
Erroneous!
Erroneous on all accounts!
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
How'd I do?
13-5.
Final quarter. Here we go, baby!
CD for the CD, baby!
And I'm going for 2. Woo! I don't know why my safety was just playing off so far.
Tackle him!
Yeah, well, I might be a boomer, but you sound like a pipsqueak. You don't even know how old I am.
No!
You little shit.
You didn't win the game, I lost it!
Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to
Call
get
that a
open
throw?
in key
Give him
situations.
shoulders.
I might be old, but at least I don't still piss my pants.
Protect you and your loved ones with Crackem VPN.
Ever heard the game Marry, Kill? Okay, like yeah, I'm gonna give you 3 people, and you're gonna decide who will you marry, who will you who will you kill.
Okay.
Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, and Tony Romo.
Marry Jerry. He's got all the monies. Probably Tony. Dak Prescott. Gotta kill him.
I'm gonna Romo.
She's gonna with Romo.
I'm gonna marry Dak.
She's gonna marry Dak.
I'm gonna kill Jones.
She's gonna kill Jerry Jones. Who will you marry, kill between Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, and then Tony Romo?
I'm out.
Jerry Jones, you.
So Jerry?
Jerry Jones, you.
Okay.
You.
Who will you marry, Dak Prescott or Tony Romo?
Tony Romo.
Tony Romo.
So that means you would kill Dak?
Yes.
Marry Dak, kill Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, poor Jerry.
Tony Romo.
Why not? He's probably one of the best commentators, announcers on the game right now.
Tony Romo? That's mine. That's mine.
Jerry Jones, right now. Right now.
You heard it here, guys. You heard it.
We need trash can.
Oh, here we go.
AJ, you have to sleep in this for the night. Yeah. Football we already got. AJ's trying to take a piss right now. Trash can.
Stickers.
Stickers.
Couple stickies.
Couple stickies.
Yes. So we got a trash can. We're gonna go test it out in the toy aisle.
You're not getting it first.
First try.
He's not getting it. Give these guys a shot. They'll win a jersey if they get it. Oh, none of us made it. Come on, Dad. You get a free Cowboys jersey if you get it. None of us have made it. Dad's going for a shot. Come on, let's get it. Oh, that was the closest one.
Felt like the closest.
That gross? Yeah. We all missed it, so don't worry about it. We missed it. You guys going to the game tomorrow? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Us too.
Not only are we giving away 3 jerseys for whoever can toss a football into that can, we're also going to be leaving the can so someone can take that home too.
Look, there's still practicing always right set.
Guys, what are you doing here?
Game day, baby. Game day, baby. Woo!
Kickoff's a month away.
Yeah, but we gotta get our reps in.
Yeah, they train, we train. Crack 'em, bro.
No, it's 7:30 and it's a Wednesday.
Road pop?
Oh! No, I'm going to work and I'm driving. Get out of my car. That means we got him.
Super Bowl! Super Bowl! Super Bowl!
Let's get it.
Guys, can we just get one? I mean,
Let's just get one. Doing the Mojo moment, we got Dak Prescott in there. What they do is they're running one play, and then right after they just kick a field goal. TP20 to the
out
outside.
to the left, gets tackled
Swallowed
behind the
up.
line by Micah. Micah and his gang.
The linebacker.
Linebacker gets.
So they're going to come back out. Again, it's going to be Aubrey. He missed his first field goal
Was it
attempt.
short or left?
Aubrey missed left. Let's see if he can put it through this time. It is
Short!
short.
What the f?
0 for 3.
That was like a 50-yard field goal.
Oh, was it?
That was a 50-yard attempt.
Yeah, but it needed to be 54 yards.
I mean,
that's 0
you
for
still,
3.
you gotta at least get the distance.
Go for 2
You know,
next
get the
time.
distance.
Just go for the first down conversion. Kicking is still a big problem.
Yeah, you're gonna run into those, and it's the distance though. Accuracy, okay, you can miss that from 50. I'll give you that. But if you're not hitting it, if you're not kicking it 50 yards,
So the issue right now, that was the third Mojo moment and the third missed field goal attempt. We're gonna run out here, and TV Tristan Viscano is gonna go for his second attempt.
you gotta go through all the motions, okay?
Yeah. So what they're doing, they're running the kicking team off. They're practicing in a last minute situation, having the kicking team try to get out there in time to kick a game winner. There's been no game winners kicked yet.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Here it is, though. Let's go, Tristan! Come on! Here we go. He's hitting this. He's hitting this. Yeah,
What practice is for. Make your mistakes and then correct them.
He's going to crank this one. He's going to boot it, and that one is
Far left.
wide
Far left!
Wide left.
Distance. He's got the distance.
I mean, I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore. Yeah.
So we just lost 4 games on game-winning kicks.
Crosby's available, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
Got to get someone. So yeah, he spikes it. Let's get
bring
Aubrey out.
back out.
Aubrey out for hopefully his first made field goal. 1. Here it is. Let's get it.
Guys, can we just get one? I mean,
Let's just get one. Come on, Obs. Brandon? What's his first name? I mean,
Aubrey.
Aubrey?
I mean, he's kicking from the.
That's a nice kick. He got under it. That's good. Oh! That's one. That's one. That was a nice kick.
I don't think he has much leg though.
Now just
No, that was not.
now just do that every other time.
Yeah, that was almost short.
Yeah.
But hey,
That barely
you know what?
hit, but
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
What you just did, just rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. Okay,
TV lining up. He's 0-4-2 right now. This is his 3rd attempt. Kicks it and
Wide left.
By,
Get him off, get him off
This
the
is-
field.
Go for 2.
this is looking not good.
Well, I mean, look.
I mean, at least it's not windy.
I'm going back to the car. I'm getting my jersey. I'm going in.
Yeah.
his boots is
Hey,
in.
at this point, Boots.
His nickname's
Going
Boots. His nickname is Boots. He's
For a
got to be
reason,
good
yeah.
at
I'm
kicking.
going in. I mean, I can't do any worse. Can't
Yeah,
do any
yeah,
worse.
no
I
doubt,
gotta
dude.
practice my kicking.
Yeah, get your
Oh
kicking
my
game.
God.
My jersey on.
John Stevens Jr. JSJ. That little bastard. We are believers. Shelby.com. Let's go, Cowboys! Baby. To be quite honest, I've not seen enough of our boys out on the field who I want to see. So let's go. We got fucking 1/2 left. Be a fucking Eagle. So I wrote back, well, Jalen Hurts wants to be a Cowboy. Like, he...
Yeah, did you show him the picture?
Exactly. Like, what are you going on about?
Yeah.
These guys get drafted. That's their allegiance. They want to get fucking
They
paid.
could have had Michael.
They could have.
They could have had
They
Michael.
picked, exactly.
They traded him. Do you remember they
They
traded
traded
him?
with us.
With us.
With us.
Yeah. We were back to 13. You came up to 10.
And gave us Micah.
Thank you.
You're mean. We're supposed to be practicing. We're supposed to be practicing. It's supposed to be fun. See the fact that I get it. Jalen Hurts had a great season last year. For me, before I crown him the best quarterback in the NFL or the best person that's ever been in the NFC East, I need to see at least another season of him doing it. Like, I remember.
This is your time to shine, Ad. It's Easter. This is your time to don't mess it up. This is your one chance that the Sunday service falls.
Yeah. Happy Easter.
There we go.
It's our Sunday service show. Also our last live mock NFL draft.
Final mock draft. Our final mock draft.
It's our final live mock draft. Welcome to the Sunday service. The only reason I delayed, I didn't think the cameras were on.
Crack him if you got him.
Crack
I knew
'em
there
if
was
you
something.
got 'em,
Wasn't
son.
too sure what you were
Crack him if you got him, son.
on the Sunday. Do you guys work tomorrow? Well, AJ, I don't know your crack him if you got him. I don't know what your schedule is like. You're probably going to be doing some work tomorrow. But Ad, do you work tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow.
You're working
just
tomorrow?
because we have I took 2 half days off for the draft. I'll
Right.
still work those mornings, but I'll be working from home. So I just
gotcha.
thought I got to get in the office tomorrow.
So but you're going to be at home.
On Thursday, Friday, I'm going to be at home working. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into the office. Yeah.
I have tomorrow off.
Oh,
Well, a lot of like unions, asphalt plants, and like gravel pits and stuff are all closed. So we're not rolling either. So I'm gonna get wild on these bubblies, man. But yeah, Sunday service on Easter Sunday. Would you look at that? I can't remember if we've ever done a Sunday service on Easter. We must have before.
I don't know if we have.
Because last year I think we were ripping the Sunday services around this time, and I guarantee we probably have the same intro.
Not me delaying, and I've never sang an Easter Sunday.
No,
service
but
song.
talking about how we've never done the Sunday service on Easter. But Easter Sunday, draft
baby.
is officially what 4 days away.
Get it in me, son, right now.
If we're not including today, you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Three days, man.
And Stephen White says draft songs fire, so he's obviously talking about a couple of our intro songs or from last week's draft song. So we'll hopefully J has that queued up for today when we do our final draft for our draft theme song.
The theme song is
final 2. That's when we get the theme song after doing 18.
Yeah, after being on version 9.5. I think I called it 9.5 because I didn't want to call it 10, or I called it 9. The last one I posted.
Honestly, the 0.5s are extremely random.
Because we had like a speed draft also that we didn't number.
Yeah.
So I think it worked out nicely that our last week's draft was number 9. So today's final mock draft is number 10.
How the drafts go, if anyone does care back to go and watch the 1.0s or the 2.0s, those were done on Wednesdays, and the 0.5s were done on Sundays. So if you care.
Unless until today,
except for the last
until Easter Sunday hits, because it's the legit one,
and the last Wednesday.
Exactly. But there's not much news going on, fellas. So what do we want to do today?
We're gonna review. I think we review our. We have to review our other 19. We should go over.
You want to review before? Okay, that's. I was going to say review Wednesday, but
I think we could review Wednesday.
Okay,
review them all.
Yeah,
well,
or just a quick blast through, right?
I think we blast through. If this is our final, I'd like to just blast through a few of them just to see what we got.
Yeah, I'd like to blast through a couple
I just want to get blast through.
I would like us to construct a big board.
On Wednesday?
No, today.
Today.
Okay. Well, we need to. I don't want us going into a pick not having 5 people that it's got to be down to, essentially, right? Like I don't want to get to the 7th round and be like, oh, who's this guy again? I want us to have a reason why we're taking a guy at the 7th round.
Okay, so we do our big board today, and we do our final mock draft, and then Wednesday we review all of them, and that's the show before we go into our movie.
Well, but I was trying to go with you. I was thinking the review would be nice to go through the mocks. Because then as you're going through the mocks today, you decide who is on which, because you'll see each round a certain amount of guys, right?
Yeah, we definitely don't have to go through and
all of them.
Look at anything like Draft Buzz and stuff. We just talk about some of these guys who we like. I mean, sure, someone we picked, and then we're like, oh yeah, that guy, and then we'll maybe deep dive him a little bit there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm just doing a quick little look-ski here on news, and it's all mock drafts and so we might as well just look at our mock drafts, guys.
I think so, dog.
It is all mock drafts, man. It's mock draft season right now. Honestly, I read an article today. I don't know even what it was on. It might have just been Twitter, but saying that the Cowboys might be trading back to get a guard. What would you guys think about that? Like, how would you feel? How would you guys feel about them? I don't think they need to draft a guard in the first round.
I mean, I got to get away from this part of me where I'm like, okay, that's a good piece to the offensive line. It's going to be good to have any sort of competition for either left or right guard. So, but that's totally my Madden where I can sim a season in 15 minutes and then go on to the next season where I get the dividends from that draft pick. Right. I don't want to do that here. This is
you want something after the season we just had. I want something flashy. Like I want a new car. I want a new tool for the offense or defense that we can all buy a jersey. I hate to say it, but if they go and draft a guard in the first round, I'm not going to be
busting down the door to buy the jersey.
No, we got Tate Ratledge in 3rd round. That's our guy.
Exactly. There you go. Dropping names already. I like it.
No, that's what I want to see. Is I want to see picks 1 through 3 be picks that are going to be starters, or someone super exciting like a wide receiver 2 is a starter. What I wouldn't care if they did with the rest of the picks after 3 is draft all offensive linemen.
Right.
You know,
totally load it up. Load it up, or if they trade back and then get an extra pick in the 4th, something like that, then you could maybe take a guard in the 3rd round and like the Tate Ratledge, and then take another skill position in the 4th.
If I don't know, I'm assuming the meaning trade back and then draft with the first pick a guard. But if they traded back and then used and got a 2nd round pick in that swap, another 2nd round pick, and then used one of the seconds to do a guard or something, I'd be cool with that too.
Yeah.
Because you're not throwing away your 2nd round pick. You pick one up, so go ahead and get the guy who you think is going to be
tricky with it.
Yeah.
Jalen Walker at 12 says Ultra Cowboy. That's someone you've been hot and heavy with, Ants. Would you be mad if they grab Jalen Walker at 12?
No, I'd be stoked.
He's not necessarily that flashy car, is he?
Oh, for me, he is.
Okay.
Him and Micah Parsons together on the D-line, I think your defense just got very scary. I don't believe he's going to make it to 12. I think a lot of people are mocking him to Carolina and at the 8th pick. And there could be even a couple other teams that go up and grab him. So if he's there at 12, I think he would be the best player, which is weird because we haven't taken him in any of our drafts because he's always there because PFF has him ranked weirdly. So I kind of almost think it's a cheat code to take him in the 1st, if that makes any sense. Because I'm not expecting him to be there, which kind of helps us in the long run to get another skilled type guy, right?
You okay?
If Jalen,
he is dying on Sunday
I got so excited about Jalen Walker.
Too excited?
Jalen Walker.
This is our very first draft that we did.
Yeah. So
okay.
But on that, yeah,
yeah. What do you think? Like Jalen Walker?
I'm just tagging in. Like it's a rap battle, and I'm like, yeah. No, I agree. I wouldn't. A lot of it would depend on who would be available. I really don't have any like sweethearts in the 1st round.
Yeah, neither do I.
I'm more of like 2nd round and back that I've grown attached to dudes, I guess, or guys who I'm like, oh, he's going to be a star. And, he's, might be pretty damn good, and that's good enough. But, yeah, so if Walker came onto the team, bottom line is anything to help the defense, and I know he's not necessarily a run stopper, but if he's going to just help out with Micah Parsons, that'll be exciting to see.
Just on pass downs, those two guys. And he can help as a run stopper because he can also play linebacker, right? Like he could stop. He could go back at linebacker on early downs.
He doesn't have to do much to be the best on the team.
Imagine this on 1st down, instead of having him on the edge, you have Micah Parsons on the edge, Oso Digizua in the middle. Then you have whatever ragtag defensive tackle beside him, Miamazi or someone else that they string along. And then like Sam Williams, another big body on that front line. And then you could have Jalen Walker kind of patrol the backside. I would love it, honestly, if Jalen Walker got to the Cowboys. And he was I think he was the first guy that I mentioned in our chat that I wanted the Cowboys to go for, and this was months ago. Just looking at this draft that you have up, this was our very first mock draft. We were already on the RJ Harvey wagon. And Stutzman. Danny Stutzman and RJ Harvey made our first drafts. 2 guys that we didn't draft after this one. We never drafted Mason Graham or Xavier Watts again, I don't think.
Is AJ doing it?
Whoa. Oh, it's because it's okay. There, that's as close as I can.
That's good. That's good.
So, and there's some talk that Tyler Show could sneak into the 1st round.
Yeah,
have you guys heard that?
Well, he's also had one of the most viral clips from the combine. Have you seen that one throw of his?
No.
It's like, so type in Tyler Show QB combine throw and watch this. It's funny. It's hilarious.
Oh, his missed pass.
Yeah.
Okay, I did see this.
It's like he's going viral for like not the right reasons.
But they're talking about him sneaking into the 1st round where we have drafted him in the 6th round here.
I'll just say this. There's a couple of those quarterbacks that we were looking at that we made fun of their looks, like the serial killer.
McCord?
Yeah. But then I've been watching them all on Gruden's QB class. And I'm like, fuck, man. A lot of these guys are fucking sweet.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
No, he panicked.
He got the pump fake in there, and then just
faked himself out.
Yeah,
faked himself out of a pass.
But he's been climbing the boards. Did you watch the Gruden QB class on my guy Riley Leonard?
Oh yeah,
It was pretty good.
Riley Leonard, Will Howard was great.
Yeah.
McCord was awesome, and then
Did he do a Jalen Milroe one?
I don't know if he has yet. I think he's doing Jackson Dart this week, maybe. I can't.
You're just got a big old chubby waiting for that one.
Or maybe he's not. I'm not sure who the quarterback were, all the quarterbacks were, but
Jackson Dart's in there.
You're gonna be flogging the Dolphin with Gruden.
Oh,
That's just gonna be nonstop posting clips of that in the chat.
Flipping it.
Yeah, because when Gruden starts talking about schemes and stuff like that, and he gets fucking, what would you do if I say? Anyways, he fucking goes off. He starts making these calls, and then he hears what their responses are, and you can tell the guys that he like falls in love with. He has this like weird look on his face. So, anyways, they've been good.
Chucky, old Chucky Gruden.
So for this, gents, let's look hard. We'll look at everyone on these as we go through, because we're gonna go through whatever it is, 18 of them. But let's look at our top 3 rounds and kind of rate what we think. We could do a blind rating where there's 18 slots, and we're moving through, and you gotta pick without really knowing the other ones. Have you ever, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah,
so
right.
Where would you rank this 1 to 20? You have
I
19 more to go, so you can't, if you put it 1.
Okay, that's good. I like it.
Yeah.
So how many mocks did we do? That's a good way, actually, because we have probably multiple guys in multiple rounds. So I think even if you did 10, it'd work.
1 sec. Let me just.
I'll hop off there so you can do some stuff.
I think you could do 10, and it would work out all right.
Look at all those mocks, baby.
That's a lot of mock drafts that we've done.
So -2. How many files is that? Doesn't say. Fucking stupid shit.
Well, what's the rows here? You got 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And then how many columns are there? 5 times.
But -2.
Okay, so that's
5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. -2,
17.
Okay, so
I think 10 would be good.
So top 10, and then if you don't pick one, then
if you're not in the top 10, you're not even going to be a guy that we're going to take. You know what I mean? So say the first round you fill up your 10 spots, and then you end up getting to someone. Well, they're not even going to be on there.
Are you making AJ write the big board? Or are you gonna write it up on the?
Do you want me to do it on this?
I think you should start writing some of them on there.
Okay.
Oh, so we'll do. Okay, sorry, I like that better. Just to clarify, while Hanth writes this, I was thinking we would rank our drafts, but what we're going. No, I like that. That's way more relevant to to building a big board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that spray?
Okay, AJ, you start talking. I'm gonna help him out here.
Yeah. Okay. So on our first draft here, the first pick that we ever took in this was Mason Graham, another defensive interior from Michigan. Well, we did get an A+, and you got to remember this was back in, dear Lord, I can't remember how long ago it was. Well, right after the draft, basically, I think we started doing mock drafts. But next round 2, we did we took Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame. Then we made a trade round 3. We picked up, we traded back, 4 spots with the Colts, picked up the 80th, or swapped for the 80th, and picked up a round 4 pick, 115. And with our 3rd round pick, picked Isaiah Bond, which in hindsight now, I don't know, Bond might actually still go in the 3rd, to be honest. Even though he had that bragging how fast he was going to go at the combine and then didn't really deliver. But hey, I'm not hating on him. He could still outrun me. He could outpace me. He does
have character issues, and he was in the news about an assault.
About jerking off in public. Yep. But I'm just saying, him going round 3 is still probable. I definitely am not looking at the Cowboys to draft him in round 3. I wouldn't like that. And then another trade, but the other round 3 pick here was Tez Johnson, who's interesting. I do believe he's dropped a little.
Yeah. He was an A- at round 3, but I bet you he's more of a round 4 receiver right now, I think.
Yeah, we went back-to-back wide receivers. Other guys on this list and some dudes who did stick around are R.J. Harvey, halfback from UCF, and Danny Stutzman, linebacker from Oklahoma. Both of those dudes we've drafted multiple times.
Okay, interesting there. If you look at R.J. Harvey right now, they have him ranked at we picked him round 4, 101, and it was a B+. He's actually been in our round 3. He's been heavy upside in our round 3 pick. So I definitely think that he's climbed the board.
R.J. Harvey?
Yeah. Don't you think?
Because
Because he's usually there when we're picking around round 3, right?
He definitely probably has for sure. Yeah, I think he's up in the 90s now. Maybe.
Possibly. We'll have to take a look today.
What I'm going to do though for Wednesday.
Oh, there you
when
go.
I can, and I'll add on this one.
I'm also going to print a bunch of the draft things.
Actually, you know what?
I'm going to print the big list of player names and stuff for us too.
Let me just pull something up here because.
Pull it up, son.
Yeah, maybe I'll just pull it out, clean it for you.
Pull it out, clean it for me. Ant's over there showing some crack. Don't do crack, kids. A little bit. A little bit. Ant's showing his crack. There it is. Pull that up, son. He's making a CanFan big board right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are only a couple of days away from the Draftacular extravaganza. And what do you got here, AJ? Explain it to us.
So I tallied all of our charts here. I think this one is going to work. There might be some things that are wrong with it. But basically, I tallied all of our drafts just to get some data.
Yep.
And this one right here is the total number of each draft grades. Unfortunately, it's 5 for A plus, 4.7 for A, 4.3 for A minus. ChatGTP made numbers instead of letter grades. I had that fixed, but anyways, long story short, doesn't matter. That this just shows like where most of our grades were. So we're typically drafting above average, getting above average grades, which is nice to see with these picks. Next is a screwed up chart. Actually, you know what? I have this better on here. Yeah, this one's a little better.
These are things. So this is all based off of our drafts that we've been doing.
This is based off our draft. This is just our consistency and average. That's not a fun chart. I'll switch to this one here. This one's kind of cool. It shows the number of players drafted per position by round. So on the left hand, whatever,
which we can't
y
see
axis,
on here.
maybe.
Maybe zoom it out on that lower right hand corner right there. Just zoom it out a bit more. Got a nice little zoom button there. Ooh, there you go, son.
Okay,
Perfect.
yeah. So on the left-hand side is the rounds, and underneath are the positions. You can see in round 5, we've drafted 12 linebackers. It's the most of any position in the round. But also other interesting things, you can see where we go really light at. Like we hardly have drafted any edges, which is interesting. I guess because we have Micah, we think, we don't need it, but it could be a hole in our game, as well as centers. We only drafted 4 centers in the entire draft. Other big positions that we drafted at, the halfback position we drafted in round 1.
Yep.
Most frequently, and then after the linebacker. So second most frequently was halfbacks in round 1, wide receivers in round 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And defensive interiors in round 5. So
cornerbacks round 7. Cornerbacks and safeties. We're drafting our fucking bargain bin secondaries right down the bottom of the list, and I don't know how bargain bin. I guess I don't know the corners from rounds 5 to 7. They're probably
similar.
Yeah. Oh, looks pretty good so far.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Then we're gonna go through.
Write their names.
I like it.
Okay, there you go.
You guys are gonna be talking mostly. I'm gonna be working.
Well, you can have it in front of you so that you can still look at the TV screen and stuff. We don't have to show the big board until the end. That way you don't have to. You can sit there and have it leaning up on the drip cans there, Anth. Because this Cowboys CanFan draft board sponsored by Drip Seltzer, hard seltzer, 89 calories.
Oh yeah, when I'm sitting here watching Ant's butt crack tight, I'm drinking that pineapple ananas, baby.
Ultra Cowboy wants to know, how would the Cowboy fans feel? And by Cowboy fans, I'm thinking he's saying Cowboy Can fans feel if they went Membu, Schweisinger, and Alfred Collins in the first 3 rounds.
I mean, it's going to be what it is on offense, which is honestly, oh man, it would improve the defense significantly, but it wouldn't be exciting football that we'd be seeing in terms of offensive production. It'd be like what we've seen.
I need.
It's a new offense, so it's hard to tell.
If he said Membu, and then either Schweisinger or Alfred Collins plus a halfback and a wide receiver in the first 3 rounds, like one or the others, then I think I'd be more all right with it.
That's 5. That's more picks than we have.
No, but I'm saying, So he's saying those are his first 3
So
rounds.
Membu first,
So
Schweisinger or Alfred Collins, and then also another.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then either round 2 or 3, which
Yeah, or
however
maybe
it
no
tumbles.
Schweisinger at second, and you take Collins at third, and then I take Trevion Henderson to back up my. If we're going guard first round, I want a stud fucking running back coming out of the second round. So that's I don't give a shit if they reach for Henderson in the second there.
Okay, we're good, boys. Let's
Okay.
do this. Let's build this bitch.
So, do you just want me to roll through these slowly and then we'll just call out names? Do you think that's
Well, yeah, you go Mason Graham, and then we're gonna build. You say Mason Graham, and we got 1 to 8. You put him where he is on your first round,
okay?
where you would lay on 1 to 8.
Mason Graham?
Yeah.
Oh, I would put him. I would put him 5th
on our big board. This is the case that if like this is how you have to look at it. If he falls to 12, which he probably won't.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are basically drafting him.
Right. Okay.
That's how we'd have to look at it. Like there's a certain couple guys that, like Genty, we drafted him. He would have to probably be our number 1, I'd say.
Okay.
But we'll start here. Mason Graham. We have to say like, if we have Mason Graham at 5, but you had Mason Graham and Tet McMillan at 12, who would you pick? Like I would take Mason Graham. You know what I'm saying?
Over Tet.
Yeah, because he's one of the top 5 prospects.
Right. Okay. Okay. So if
Like there's a couple guys in our mock drafts that we're gonna like Mason Graham. We only got the one chance to draft him because he'll never be at 12.
Something else to show that might be a little bit easier.
Yeah, even someone like Will Johnson, if Will Johnson was there, which we've drafted him. AJ's just getting a different skitty up.
No, it's something. Yeah, I had something else here. Fuck, where the fuck is it?
So, Ants, while he's doing that, just show the screen your big board one more
It's
time.
too
Too
much
big to hold? Okay.
Yeah, jump
okay.
around and move.
Okay.
3 days away from the draft. We're built big board in it.
I mean, this
There's
is
no
how
real rules.
we don't have any fucking rules.
I mean, what we could do is AJ thinks 5th, I think 1st. Add whatever your ranking is. We take the average, essentially.
If Mason Graham was okay, so what do you do in the situation where if it's Genty and Mason Graham and they're both available at 12?
That's what you'd have to decide. I'd probably take Mason Graham.
Okay,
Ooh.
gents, I got something here for us. Adam, I'm gonna have to just adjust this for you. I already know it.
You already know it, kid. Get it in you
Fuck me.
if you want.
This has been there we go. The bane of my existence. All right, so this is all of those put in there except for 8.5 and 9 and 9.5. So we can look at those separately, but this will help us kind of get through this.
Okay.
Basically, we can sort by round, we can sort by player or position. Let me just show you here. So these were our round 1 picks, or our first picks.
Scroll down.
So the one that I pulled up was our 2.
Okay.
So here, these are our first round picks right here. Our first mock draft picks are these ones here.
Right. Okay.
So Aston Genty, Jalen Walker, Alfred Collins, Jackson Dart, Mitchell Evans, CJ West, Cody Simon, and Jonah Monheim, if you remember him, and Caden Prather. So we obviously have to put Aston Genty.
Can you have all of the round 1s showing side by side so we can see? Because that would be the easier thing versus.
Well, I can't because of how the board is, right?
Okay. This might be harder to.
Yeah, I think.
How is this? Okay.
I think your first idea of just going through and we look at our first pick, Mason Graham. So let's just do a run through and we'll just see if it works. We'll try 3. This is just hypothetical, and then we'll hop into it.
That board is the same thing. Instead of me clicking through each individual, and I was already wrong because they're not in order.
I don't think order really matters though,
Okay.
as much as just who the player is. Like I don't think it matters if we did it first or we did it 10th. It's just the player name that we then sort onto this one.
Can you explain what we're doing?
So get go to the mocks where you were first.
No, just to
first.
me,
Okay,
yeah.
So you like the list you said, you get those TikTok videos. say you were on TikTok and you had the guy saying, okay, I'm going to show you 5 players. You're going to pick where this player fits in round 1 on your big board. Ashton Genty pops up. You have numbers 1 to 5. Where do you put Ashton Genty on that 1 to 5? Where you would select them in your brain. If there was 5 players up, it's an order.
But we have, so just because it doesn't work out, we have so many drafts. We're gonna have more than 10.
That's what I mean. We only have 8. We only have 8 guys.
So we
fill,
skip guys if we don't think that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
okay.
we have a pretty good idea of the first round. Like,
Yep.
And there's going to be doubles, right?
Yep.
So it's just a theoretical.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? Like that TikTok thing, kind of how you said you wanted to do it draft wise, but I
Right.
think we just get it down to players. So
Okay.
this is good. Ashton
Hey, took some time.
So if you had Ashton Genty up there, knowing other guys that we picked, where would you guys put them on your big board? We have 8 spots for first rounders, 8 spots for second rounders, 8 spots for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
Okay. I would say it's he's definitely number 1.
Yeah, he's number 1 for me.
Me too. I agree. Even if Mason Graham was there, and people might say we don't know what we're talking about, and Ashton Genty was there, I think I'd still want Ashton Genty. So he's our number 1 Can fan pick. He's the number 1 guy on our big board.
Then I would say I would say Mason Graham.
Well, we're gonna go through the draft.
Right.
We're gonna now we've seen Ashton Genty. We can go to it, or we do the second round, third round. We could do it all from one draft so that it's not as much clicking.
Let's roll through.
I hate to say this,
if
but
we don't know, we can just say don't
Jalen
know.
Walker for me. I don't think this is a good round 2. I think he's a round 1 guy for me, and I think I'd put him at 4th in round 1 for me. I don't know
then
what
who would be above him?
above Jalen Walker. Mason Graham, and then probably
Will Johnson.
Will Campbell would be ahead of him for me. Like Jalen Walker, I think there's not very many players on the board. I don't think any wide receiver I'd take over Jalen Walker.
Okay.
If they were both there.
Yep.
But this is between us. Like you guys can think, and we'll just take the average of it.
No, I'm fine with him at 4 for sure. It makes sense. Like, so he won't be there at 12, but if he is, would you pick him over Tet?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So then we don't get a second round pick. So third round, Alfred Collins, if you had to stick him in 1 to 8, where would you take him in the third round? Think of all the other guys that you'd like in the third round.
It gets a little different. It gets a little murky.
And we don't have.
Let's go to third. Let's go to third on each draft and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah, because we might pick up some guy.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So we could even just scroll through a couple drafts right now.
Or if anyone stands out, like
yes.
Okay, so Collins, third round, man, I put him probably because if we're going heavy in halfback, I'm gonna say in round 3, I'm gonna want 3 wide, those 2 wide receivers, Higgins and Williams, high on the list.
Well, Higgins has been a second round guy for us in a lot of our drafts. He's been picked 44.
Okay. I think it was
Noel.
We'll find out.
It's Jalen Noel that I think you're thinking. Jalen Noel and then Savion Williams were the wide receivers in round 3.
Yeah, you're right. Higgins is usually...
Higgins is third round too.
No, he's picked 44 on most of our drafts.
Let's take a look. That's why we got it here.
Savion Williams, there's the
Higgins. I know because I went through all the data.
But we just took him in the second round.
He yes, in one draft.
There is 47 right there.
Jaden Higgins, 44.
44. A- at 44.
Jaden Higgins, 44.
Oh, what the?
There you go.
Okay.
Jaden Higgins, 44.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So
he's second.
Higgins for me would be like number 2.
You're thinking Jalen Noel. He's from the same school. He's the smaller guy that we did take in the third
No,
round.
I was thinking Higgins. I just got it wrong.
Okay.
Collins, I guess 5.
Yeah, I think 5's good.
I like him at 5 in round in our round 3.
Just because not really sure.
I know you can't. I think it's fair,
guys. The best thing about it is you're on a whiteboard, so
we can change it.
We can change it without fudging things up.
Crack him if you got him.
If you got him.
I'm worried that I didn't leave enough room, but we'll make it work.
Yeah, we can always redo it after the fact to make it look purred.
Mason Graham, let's make it easy. Where would you guys put him?
He's got to go 2.
Yeah. Mason Graham, DT out of, and a lot of people might argue with that with us, but we love Genty. We're Genty lovers.
Higgins, you might as well for me, just because I know we're skipping ahead, but we did just talk about him. Higgins, I think, man, I gotta put him top 3 on my
he's number 2 he's number 2 for me in the second round.
Number 2? Okay.
Okay.
AJ, what, 1 or 2? Because I could go with either of those.
No, I was gonna say 3 just because I want to fill running backs up, but let's go 2. That's an even split. If you're thinking 1, Adam's thinking 2, I'm thinking kind of 3.
Because I feel like I feel like it's going to come down to possibly us at 44 and Henderson and Higgins are both going to be there. So who are you going to pick?
Yeah,
I would say we would have to go if we
but
are.
then that's why I said 3, because if Henderson or Judkins is there,
it's one of those things that
then I would pick those over.
It all depends. It all depends what we do in the first round.
Yes.
Like if in the first round we go wide receiver, then that defaults Higgins isn't going to be your guy, right? So you could still have a Judkins and Henderson both below, or one of them above, and still theoretically go with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who's your? So what do we got up on here? This is our first draft still?
No, this is second.
Okay, second. We got Mason Graham. I think we can move on. I don't think Isaiah Bond's going to be a third pick. He's kind of fallen.
Xavier Watts, not sure.
I think, I don't know about Xavier Watts yet. I think he'd be pretty far down our board, honestly.
I think just because we're looking at, I mean, we're sticking with the top 3 rounds right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just going to say, because
wish I could
Stutzman's
see
is there,
that.
and I know we're going to put Stutzman in, or at least I'm going to put Stutzman as in our 5th round, and he was one of the first 2 drafts.
Drop it for a sec. I just need to be able to read these names of these drafts.
Yep. Hey, figure it out.
No, I have them all downloaded here.
So right now, Anthony, you have Mason Graham, and you have
Ashton Ginty is our number 1 pick. Mason Graham's number 2. Jalen Walker and number 4 in our first round.
Okay.
Fine. This is fine. So we'll just go to the next pick.
Whoa,
here.
Alfred Collins at 44. Were we drunk there?
Well, I think he was ranked. He kind of fell a little bit. So this is one of our earlier drafts. Jackson Dart's getting picked in the 5th round there, right? So I don't even know. This one might just be. I don't know if we can even take any info from this. Jalen Royals has fallen out, I think, out of the 3rd round. So there's not much we can take out of this right now, except Ashton Ginty being on our top board. This remember, this is when we were still being able to get Ashton Ginty.
Yeah,
with almost every single first round.
Exactly. And you can see that here too. Again, another Alfred Collins.
Yep.
We're doing some boring ass shit here. Savian.
Where do you guys want him?
8 or
8?
7. Like,
okay, I think 7's okay.
7.
Yeah.
Do you think there's enough guys between him and Higgins? Oh wait, because that's 3rd.
Okay.
Ooh,
yeah. Do you have him 2nd round or you're
third round?
Okay, so if we're talking 3rd round, you got Savion Williams there, but let's also put our boy Tate Ratledge. I think he's a
well, let's just work. What do we want to what do we want to do with Savion Williams?
Savion 4. Put him at 4 or 5.
5 has Alfred Collins.
Okay,
would you argue 6? Because I'm thinking to me, Jalen Knowles, the wide receiver, I'd rather have than Savion Williams.
Okay, put him at
3rd.
6. Put him at 6. And I'd take probably if Alfred Collins and Savion Williams were there, I'd probably want the DI just in a vacuum.
The big boy.
Yeah, because it gets pretty tough after that, though.
Yeah. What about Tate Ratledge?
Yeah, Tate Ratledge. I think Tate has to be on our big board.
What spot? He's a 3rd rounder.
I'd be interested in draft. Let's say all goes well with our 1st and 2nd, and we get what we want. I wouldn't be mad with Ratledge going for our 3rd. So I kind of feel like he could be high on the list.
Agreed.
3rd and 3rd?
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
I think 3rd spot for the mustache wielding, mullet.
Mustache Mully.
So what did we say? 3 for 3?
3 for 3.
3 for 3.
For Tate Ratledge?
Tate Ratledge.
So this is basically going to help us for today's draft. This is what we're building this for, boys, for our final.
Okay, now things I think started to change up a little here, and you can tell because unless we decided not to take, this might be we decided not to take Genty.
Right. So we did some trades here, but okay, this is an interesting one. Omari and Hampton, guys. Like this is where we can really decide where we rank them on our big board in the 1st round, and I'm gonna say probably lower on the lower end. Honestly, on a situation like here where we traded back to gain and pick, but who's ahead of them might even be the easier question.
I was gonna say just reverse it too, whichever way is easier, because you might say, okay, who would you draft? Who is lower than Hampton? If Hampton was the only one on the board out of the guys, like who wouldn't you be drafting? And that might help to look like, okay, so if it was Hampton and who the fuck's Luther Burden,
right?
Would you take Hampton or Luther Burden?
Hampton.
Hampton. Okay, so, but would it Hampton or Will Campbell?
That's a tricky one. It does get tricky. Like picks 5 to 8 are going to be tricky for us for the Hampton because you got Will Johnson. You're going to have we drafted Ty Warren. He's also going to be in there.
Second best halfback of the bunch. I think we got to put him in the 8 spot or around there
because he's second best at his position.
Second best at his position. And I just feel like we're going to fill up those other ones. Hampton might be the actual most probable so far of us drafting.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're doing it
but
for.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because all these other guys are going to go in the top 11 picks. So that makes sense, really.
Yeah.
And that's how a big board is, because then you go back to this part, and if any of those other guys have fallen, you kind of just use it as a cheat sheet, essentially.
Do we
I
want to throw...
I think this will be helpful for us today for sure. And we just follow the big board plan.
Efton Chisholm, this is what I'm saying for him. 8 in round 6 or 1 round 7.
I'd rather do 1 round 7.
Okay, let's do that. Put him in. Just because, like, you get to the 7th round, if he's still on the board, he just had those stats. It's like, well, let's just see if this is true or if he's just going to not make it through camp. Do we want to do Brady Cook, too?
Brady Cook, yeah. Where do you guys want to get him in?
I think
a 5th?
I think either late, like 8 and number 5, or like higher on number 6.
In which round, though?
That's what I'm saying. Round 6, he's rated up in the top 5, and then round 5, he'd be in the bottom 5.
I don't want him in round 5. I don't want to draft a quarterback anything higher than. I think that'd be good having one of those guys slip to us in the 6th round.
If he's 6 and if he's like 2nd or 3rd on our big board, I think that feels
good
for Brady Cook.
Throw him in the top 3 for round 6, because realistically, if we do, if I'd be stoked, and I can just imagine where we're going to be at that point in the draft, mentally and spiritually.
Well.
But if he is there at the top of the 6 and he falls to the Cowboys, would you not want them to, like, no matter who else is on the board,
definitely
just draft that guy?
100%. If Brady Cook's there when the Cowboys are drafting in the 6th round, you want to go 1?
I say put him 1.
Put that motherfucker.
If he does get there, I mean, we can still, we might be able to change it.
Oh yeah, we got.
Yeah, once we start seeing some of these other guys, it's nice because like Tyler Barron, he's an A- for us. We picked him in round 5. I don't even remember this guy.
No, edge
from
guy.
From Florida and edge, and that's one of our.
Go on, nerd, get out of here.
That might have been because we gained a pick possibly there, or lost a pick, because that is a weird.
We did. No, we traded.
That was some back-to-back.
We picked up the 4th, so maybe we felt let's get the edge just because he was BPA.
But if we're light on edge, because we didn't really pick many edges.
Oh, this was our. We traded for DK Metcalf.
Oh god,
the Metcalf draft.
So this one sucks.
Yeah, but you got Siobhan Revel, you got Chris Paul Jr. Guys.
Okay, Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, I think linebacker in the 3rd round. I would put him 4th, maybe.
Could you show the board, Anth?
Yep. Now that we got some on it here.
Some names. Well, go to this one. Yeah.
I just like to. He's one of these getting it like that.
Yeah.
Move it to your left a little bit, Anth.
What if I show the big camera?
Okay. Yeah.
Can you guys read that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good enough.
We need an art easel in here.
So we got Genty 1, Graham 2, Walker 4, Hampton, and then okay. So we need to start doing some round 4s and 5s maybe if we see him.
Round 4s. Round 4s are like abyss round.
Oh yeah, round 4. That's funny.
Well, yeah, 4.
4 is going to be tough.
Chris Paul
is an interesting one.
Let's put him somewhere.
It's linebacker, and I don't know how need. Yeah, I know, right? Maybe because we got guys we got Tate Ratledge, Alfred Collins, Savion Williams, all into the 3rd. I think 7th would be could be a good spot.
Yeah,
in round 3.
Don't forget there is going to be guys left off the board too.
Yep. Yeah.
So should we put him at 8 and shift a little bit if we need to?
Put him at 8.
Feel?
Put him at 7.
7.
I just think like if a good linebacker is never. Couldn't be the worst thing in round 3 or the ball. Like he is cusping there. I just know round 3 we're gonna have some other guys that we're gonna want to be putting there.
And then here's our 2, Siobhan Revel, a guy that we only took once, I believe, maybe twice. Where would you put that cornerback in the 2nd round? On your
I don't know
board?
enough about him.
Should we just put him down at 8th right now?
I put him down at 8 because a corner at 2nd, depending on what we do 1st and 3rd, is not bad. Siobhan Revel, it seems a bit like obviously even the ranking there, it's a little bit of a reach for us. So that's why we kind of never really pick him up.
Right, because for
But
sure.
he's a good corner. And I know we're looking at him deep there, and I think he has to be a 5th round pick.
Ollie Gordon.
OG2, baby. I don't
5th
know.
round, no.
If it's not gonna
Well,
be
let's
there,
wait
so
till we see, because if he moves up the board, then okay. He's 211 there.
What's on our 5th there, Anth? What if we put him at 8?
We don't have anyone in 5th right now.
Okay, can we put OG2 at 8th on the 5th?
I'm fine with that.
And
AJ,
because
are you
he'd
fine
be a
with
top
that?
he'd be a top 6 round pick, so we can adjust. I'm just saying we can adjust. Just
Okay, okay.
Just say OG2. I've forced that hand a bunch of times.
Yeah, okay. No. I don't love him. That's the thing. And what the fuck do I know?
There's
put
nothing-
him in fucking 8.
He's
We
at
got to
8.
fill this shit.
Yeah, we got to fill this shit. Who
Hey,
else do we-
Tonka
Oh
Hemingway.
yeah, Tonka.
5. I mean,
5 defensive interior. Put him up in like 2 or 3.
3. I'm gonna go with 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, like, if he's there and we don't have a DI, I wouldn't be mad if they took him in 5, right? I think that's all the guys that that we're looking at on this.
I mean, this is one of our only 4th round draft picks. We should put Torrey Horton on there somewhere.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 3. Fuck it. Why not? Torrey Horton or 4. 4 for 4.
4.
Okay, T
4.
Horton.
Do you
That
like-
was EJ's big crush.
What about your Ted Ye?
Yeah, I think Teddy needs to be
Now,
on there.
Ted Ye is the one who's moved up the most. He moved up.
Yep.
On our, I remember this from the data sheets that I don't have. Sorry, guys. But he moved up 50 spots.
Wow.
Or 52 spots, something like that. So he's actually ranked 199, which is a round 6 pick now. So.
Well, then let's put him in the lower
And
6s.
and he had a great combine, I believe, or something like.
Well, let's go 5 with Ted Ye.
I just think like high 6, low 5, probably linebacker.
So what do you guys want then? Low. Let's go low 5 then.
Yeah.
Low 5.
Yeah, low 5's
So
good.
Buchanan.
And
mean,
you kind of
hey,
just feel it out. Feel it out
you
with
can-
what the low 5.
You can push OG2 up that 5th board if you want.
Oh,
There. Go ahead. So any A that we've drafted, we should always just slot them down. So like round 6, Emory Jones Jr., we should put him low on the round 6
okay,
board.
that's a good idea.
Because then we know, like, when we're going into it, like, okay, we did draft
We don't
this
know
guy.
much about him,
He was
but-
an A. He was an A. It gives us the opportunity to look at him.
Emory Jones
Tackle.
Give him like a 4 or 5
in round 6.
In round 6.
He was an A. Got to get those A's up there, kid. We're trying to go for a perfect draft today. Actually, I don't really care much about the final score. I just want the guys that I'm happy
And
with.
we want the guys. We want the guys.
And sorry,
Got 'em,
chat.
man?
Sorry, chat.
Yep.
We'll get to some questions while it's going on. I haven't really been monitoring it as much just because
We're building.
we're
building.
building our
We're
big board.
builders. We're block builders
So
right now.
look at this. Look what we did here. How
Holy-
the fuck did
Hey,
this happen?
Guys, we were cooking on here because
This
we
was
traded with the
bandwa-
Broncos.
This is the bandwagon boy.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh,
when
right. The first round trade. I
when-
missed. I didn't
when-
see the
when
first round trade.
When the beat up bees are in here cooking, you know what's happening? You're getting a plethora of trades, baby.
So Mika Ibuka, where do we want to throw him?
10, round 1.
So he's out. He's not even on our big board then,
Okay.
because we only got 8 spots.
Oh, shit. Okay.
yeah.
Tyleek Williams. There's been a lot of talk about Tyleek Williams creeping into the first round. So he needs to be, and we never got him after this. So he should be somewhere in our top half of our round 2 picks.
Okay. Put him 4 or 5.
Okay. I was thinking.
Well, how
maybe
about
3
we
or
do?
4.
Let's put Kinshaw. If he goes to round Quinshaw,
Okay, so you
round
want him 1,
1, number 1,
round 2,
or do
number
you
1?
want? Or
You
do
want him round? You want him round 1?
I like him more than Henderson, but I'm
So
fine
round-
if he's 2 and Henderson's 1, if that's what we're thinking.
But round 2,
Ooh.
right?
round 2. Yeah.
I'm good. This is the tricky thing. I'm good with either of those
Yeah,
guys.
same.
AJ has quite conviction on Judkins, so we'll put him at 1.
I think I've had Judkins over Henderson a few times
So
as well
we'll get
Yeah?
him then.
Okay.
Judkins is our top guy
in round 2.
in round 2.
We might as well put Henderson round
At 3?
At 2. Or who's 2?
Jay Higgins.
Okay, put him at 3. Or move Higgins to 3 and put.
I like Higgins there though, because this is the thing. It really depends on what
Yeah,
we've done in the
and-
first round. It's
yeah.
kind of like a flow chart. If a wide receiver gets taken in round 1, well, now Higgins isn't going to be your second guy, really.
Okay, so put Henderson there. Yeah,
At 3,
you think?
Yeah, I'm fine with Henderson at 3.
And now, where could we put Williams next up on that list?
I think 4.
Madman
Okay,
in the
put him
chat
4.
says Judkins over Henderson. Hell yeah, at Can Fan. So he
Okay,
likes that.
okay, Madman, you son of a dog.
And he also says, Can Fan the Builders. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Hey, man, That's what we've been doing. We've been building this. We put Harvey.
Yep.
We put Ratledge. Kobe King's an interesting one.
We
round
didn't.
5.
We haven't put Harvey down.
We haven't? Okay, round 3. See, now he's up to 76.
Yeah, RJ Harvey
yeah.
needs to be up there in the top 5 for us, I think, if he's available. And depending if we haven't drafted a running back, like Harvey's been our 3rd round guy for running backs, depending on how we've drafted in the first 2.
Yeah, I would say. What's our round 3s there, Anth?
Our round 3s right now are Tate Ratledge at number 4, Alfred Collins at 5, Williams at 6, and Chris Paul Jr. at 7.
So what do you think about Harvey at 2?
Yeah, I like Harvey up there because it goes again. If
we don't have a running back,
if we don't have a running back, he has to be.
Okay, then maybe we should just put him number 1.
I think he's our.
If at this point there's no running back, we need to draft RJ Harvey.
I fucking agree.
Okay, the 3rd round's building out here.
I think, guys.
Well, that's our money round.
We're 3rd to 6th round guys. Like the 3rd and the 5th round, I feel like we do the most damage.
Cody Simon, linebacker. We got to place this guy.
Get him and Danny Stutzman up on.
Yeah, let's place them. I think Stutzman. Okay, we've had Stutzman like a lot in round 5. I think he's gonna go higher than anywhere we've drafted him.
Maybe round 4.
I wouldn't mind throwing Stutzman in round 4. Sure, we don't draft there.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't mind having Stutz in there somewhere.
I think
round 4 is like our cheater round.
I think he's bottom half round 4,
7.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because here's the thing with our round 4 that if you have the top 5 guys in round 4 could be technically considered a round 3 pick.
Yep.
And the bottom round 4 guys could be your round 5 pick.
I just want to throw him in there. Kobe King.
Yep.
We don't necessarily know a lot about the dude. He got a C- at 150 on this draft. So let's put him just 1 notch ahead of Cody Simon.
Okay, so where do we do in Simon? Both of them in the 5th?
Both.
Yeah,
Cody Simon at 7. What did you say, Anth? 7?
7's already gone.
Who's 7?
Ted Ye.
Okay, put Simon at 6.
Simon's
and
better
put
than Ted
King
Ye.
at 5.
Okay.
In the 5th round. 4th round.
That's
sorry,
our
4th
linebacker round right there, boys.
It is. We've drafted 12 times. We've drafted linebackers in the 5th round.
And then Kobe King.
And then Kobe. This is the 4th, but it's our it's our cusp.
It's our
4th is our cusp round.
Kobe
basically.
King's going in the 4th.
Wait, what are you writing him for right now?
I put Simon and King in the 5th.
Okay, sure.
Just because I was looking at there, but we could boost him up if we needed to.
The reason I said 4th is because you said you think they're going to go
Stutzman.
He thinks Stutzman's
going to go above both of these guys.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, then that works out. Then this works out. Yeah, keep them where they are in the 5th.
Do we know much about Jake Majors? I know you guys liked him. Like, we have to start filling our 6th and 7th here. So right now we got 4 guys in round 1: Ashton Genty, Mason Graham, Jalen Walker, and Omarion Hampton. Those are our round 1s. Our round 2s, we got Quinshaw Judkins, Jaden Higgins, Trevion Henderson, and Tyleek Williams. Oh, and Siobhan Revel at the bottom. Round 3, RJ Harvey, Tate Ratledge, Alfred Collins, Siobhan Williams, and Chris Paul Jr. And then we start thinning out. Round 5s, we're boosted up with Tonka Hemingway, Kobe King, Cody Simon, Ted Ye Buchanan, and Ollie Gordon II.
Throw Rourke on there. Highest he can go.
Curtis Rourke. So do we want another?
Oh wait.
Do we want another
we have Brady
quarterback?
Cook on
we
there.
do got Brady Cook.
We got okay.
Yeah, and I would almost now be. I've been just after watching some of his stuff. McCord. I think McCord. If we're going to put a different, when we get to the quarterback, because we drafted McCord a couple times, he could possibly be. I could possibly sway him over Brady Cook, but that's neither here nor there. Madman and Jenkins both like Majors, so maybe let's just talk about Majors here. Round 6, where do we want him?
Center.
High.
Round 6.
He's a true center. He could help move BB out at guard depending on how he forms. If you get him round 6 and he decides to be a pretty good pickup, that could help shore up that line a bit more.
Hell, boys, I'm putting him at 2.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Jake Majors at 2.
Because there's my other guy, and I don't know if I just was the one that drafted him. He's other true center on there. But he's a lot higher, and I wouldn't want to take a center. I wouldn't want to take a center higher than round 6. I don't think.
Okay, let's move on. I think we've gotten the Jihad Campbell
Here we
boys.
go.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Got to put him
And Trey Amos, both interesting ones.
Okay, so
I think Campbell for me is Fuck, I almost think Hampton's ahead of Campbell for me.
I think
Really?
so.
Yeah. I'd rather take the running back over the linebacker.
Okay, so let's just.
I'm open to
Okay,
arguments.
swap them.
Okay, but hang on a second, because the other guys that we've had a chance to draft in round 12, because now are round
12?
round 1 at pick 12.
The olden days.
Will Johnson needs to be on that
Well,
list.
yeah, we'll hit that. So
and then Jahid Barron, I think we drafted him. We got one chance with him. Both of those corners I would take over Jihad Campbell.
okay,
Well,
but we still got 4 spots in the first round.
Okay. Hey, okay.
We're filling and moving. We can fill and move.
Yeah, I would take.
right now,
We do have to. Yes,
I would take.
I know we drafted those guys too, but we do have to go by
What we're
the guys we
seeing.
drafted, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because I know we drafted him. But I agree with that. Ann said if you move
Throw him at the
Hampton up the
bottom.
board and Jihad Campbell slots down at the bottom, then I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Oh, look at
Trey Amos.
OG2 is an A- pick there. I'm just just saying.
Round 6 though.
Hey, I know he's not going to be there round 6, but I'm just saying OG2 he's there, baby.
Okay, well Trey Amos, he's the best. I mean, we picked him in the first round last time.
Yeah.
I think he's got to go right now. Our top spot in the second's 5th. I think we got to go Trey Amos.
Yeah, pop him in there. That's a good spot for him. You guys got any love for Jalen Rivers round 4?
I don't know much about him.
He's the tackle.
We could throw him in there.
Yeah, throw him in there and put him in the 4 or 3.
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him.
Horton's got the 4th spot, so we'll put Jalen Rivers tackle out of Miami in number 3.
Yep.
Madman says may sound weird, but Amos is CB1 in this draft for me. Everyone ranks players different.
We drafted him in the first round on our last draft.
Madman's not the only one who said that. I've seen other people say that online
Hey,
in a reaction to our draft.
We could always sneak him into the first round if we needed to, and that would kick everybody else up.
Okay, well,
No,
let's wait. Let's wait for now.
No,
Let's wait.
because he's the 3rd best
Okay,
CB. So I just can't. We can't give him an top 8 spot.
But
if everyone else is picked, then
he might have to be the top in round 2 then.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep. No.
Like he has 4 guys ahead of him right now for us in round 2.
If people think that Amos is going to go in round 1 or earlier than Cowboys round 2,
he should be on our top.
then he should be in our top.
And realistically,
Let's throw him in there.
He's the only guy in our round 2 that we drafted in the first round. We drafted him ourselves in the first round.
Yep.
Because we needed a fucking.
Okay, this is gonna. I'm gonna have to.
And
I need to do some writing here. This is gonna be.
That's fine. The reason that it makes sense, I think, for Amos too, is because like we started to analyze the cornerback position and look at it and be like, well, we might be pretty fucked. Like,
we are fucked out with corner if we don't get someone in those first 3 rounds.
Yeah, because we have Diggs and Bland on paper, but Diggs may not even play this season, and then after that, fucking hate to say it, guys, but cut his ass or trade him. But yeah, like we need to try to bring in someone else. Cowboys have had luck drafting cornerbacks. We've seen that. So if they feel like we do, then I think go out there and get Trey Amos.
Okay, we got him at the top. A guy that I like, RJ Mickens. I think he could slide into the high
6.
See, I think he could be our 3rd spot in the 6th round.
Yeah, I like that.
Sure. RJ Mickens played for a good team in Clemson, or like a reputable team, I should say. Any love for Ewers on our list, guys?
No, fuck him.
No. Nah,
I'm even saying, what about high 6?
For Ewers?
Yeah, like, because
if he's there,
that's a quarterback round, right?
Okay.
So then we might as well throw our quarterbacks there, and if they're there,
5th in the 6th?
For me, he's behind Brady Quinn because I like Brady Cook, sorry. Oh, fuck me. No one's behind Brady Quinn anymore. But I like Cook's what he did physically in his physical abilities in the combine. That sold me on being like, yeah, sit him down, train him how to be a better actual quarterback. And I like that over Quinn Ewers. Plus, I don't like Quinn Ewers' face.
This is how we're building out so far, boys.
Okay.
So we're filling. We're getting there. So we got to speed this up if we ever want to do a draft today.
Yeah,
but we're filling up here.
We're filling up. Okay. Fentanyl Cypress, throw him in the 7th. Cornerback. He's just always there. And if we had not drafted a cornerback by this point, we need to draft Fentanyl.
So what, 5 or higher? Get him on 2?
Just give him save one spot for 7, I would say. And
Okay,
then put him in the next spot.
Say so.
What's in like?
We only have Chisholm in the 7th, so he can go anywhere. He can go 2nd in the 7th. We only have one player in the 7th right now.
I would say 2nd, just because if there's no cornerback we need a cornerback.
We need that cornerback. Okay, click on the next there, Wage.
Yeah, okay, Will Johnson, there he is.
Yeah, that's
Pop him in. Higgins, we did.
What spot are you guys thinking? I'm thinking I'd go probably 5th or 6th.
Okay, so
in the first round.
Who are the top 5 right now?
Right now, we got in round 1 Ashton Genty at our top pick. Mason Graham is number 2. Number 4 Jalen Walker. Number 7 Omarion Hampton. Number 8 Jahad Campbell.
I think number 3 would be Will Johnson then.
So if he's there over, so you're saying you want a corner over a wide receiver? You want to go corner in the first round? Then is what you're saying?
If Will Johnson's there at 12, I think.
So if Will Johnson and Matthew Golden, or Will Johnson and Omarion Hampton, you want Will Johnson over those guys. That's what you have to look at it.
Okay, thank you for talking to me like that.
You know what I mean? You have to look at it that way.
Okay.
So that's why I think
5
if
or
he's 5 or 6 is a good spot.
Yeah.
Okay, go do that. Do
We
it.
gotta save.
Fucking do it.
We gotta save that
6.
3rd spot for our wide receiver.
Yeah, you're right. Just looking at this list here, the other one, we got DJ Giddens in round 3.
Which I've not really sold on him.
I know, we only picked him once.
We
I
only
like
picked
RJ
him once.
Harvey. I like Harvey. I think we skip him.
Taj Brooks, give me a low 5 on him.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for him. I think 1, honestly.
Yep.
There's Majors.
Yeah, if we hadn't drafted a halfback, and Taj Brooks is there with our first 5th round pick,
You take him.
we take him.
Tedye again, and then we got Kane Madrano, linebacker in the 7th. You guys don't want him anywhere in the 7th? I think bottom pick in the 7th, maybe?
Yeah. Throw him in the 6, 7, or 8.
I'm going to put him at 7.
Yep. Okay. He people were talking about him, but I didn't see anything like.
He's a combine freak. He's a workout guy.
Yeah. Hey, good.
We just
Hampton pick D minus.
But let me just tell, I know we're wanting to screw with you here, but Jenkins Gaming says I have Revel over Johnson. Madman says Hairston better than Johnson. We've never drafted Hairston.
Yeah, he's in that weird section in between the Cowboys picks. Yeah,
Barron is better than CB than Johnson, Jahad Barron, and he says Revel too. So I mean, not a lot of people are that much sold on Will Johnson, but he needs to be in our round 1 if he's available.
Oh, look,
I put Will Campbell. Whoops.
Look. It is Will Campbell.
No, we were talking about Will Johnson.
Oh,
Will Campbell is a guy.
Okay.
But we haven't talked about Kyron Lacey. We picked guys. Rip. RIP, man.
Rip.
Danny Stutzman makes a splash here. What about Jacob Parrish in the 3rd here, fellas? I mean, our 3rd is crack if you got him. Do we want to throw Jacob Parrish? No, F in there.
F.
Okay.
I mean,
that must have been a wheel of death.
Yeah. I think this was This probably was
we got Stutzman.
No, you know what? I think Jacob Parrish. We were probably saying like Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, it has
this
to
is
be.
wheel of death.
It has to be wheel of death just by looking at it.
So Jay Higgins, we have to put on our board because we've drafted him a few times.
He's on there already.
Okay, Jay Higgins is.
Oh, Jay. I thought you said Jaden Higgins. Jay Higgins. Sorry,
Jay Higgins. We got to put Jay Higgins on.
Yep. Where do we want him?
Served.
That's on AJ's Rushmore. Another thing that we need to have filled out.
I know.
Okay, so I
this
think
is going to help us.
I think Higgins should go. I think Higgins is a low round 5.
Really?
Oh, sorry, round 6.
Well, we only have 3 more spots, but we could fit. I'll just get him.
Round 5?
No, round 6.
Round 6, yeah.
So Jay Higgins, a lot of linebackers, guys. I think linebackers is our.
It's just a hot commodity there.
And in the later rounds, what about Jackson here, halfback out of Arkansas?
Woody Jackson.
AJ likes him. Round 7.
If he's round 7 and we don't have a halfback, I mean, I don't mind bringing on this young dog.
Jay Jackson, he's loaded into round 7. Other than that, Connor Colby, 5th round. Do we want to throw a guard in anywhere?
Yeah, hey, you know what?
Round 5.
Hey, he's an A- guy.
Yeah, we gotta look at the A-. Any A grades. We gotta put him on.
Okay, he's entered. Okay, this is an interesting one. A
No, this is Chiefs. Get off. It's the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, good call.
Okay, Membu.
Oh, good call. Membu.
I think he's got to be 3 in my mind.
Yep.
Yeah, if he's there, it sucks.
It'll be really hard for the Cowboys to not take him. So Membu.
Well, shit. Then where's our highest wide receiver gonna go?
5.
Okay, that's actually pretty fucking fair.
I think it makes sense.
But is it gonna be Tet or is it gonna be Golden?
We don't know.
Throw Jadon Blue in the 4th.
Yeah, we'll throw him at the top of the 4th. Why not?
Yep.
So Jenkins
Absolutely.
Gaming, every single draft that we've done, he said pick up Blue.
So we
in
got a
round
couple
4.
We also got to throw Elijah Roberts on there too. He was the edge. We drafted him round 3 at 83.
Okay.
And he got an A- from SMU.
Okay, well, we got some spots in the 3rd. Where do you guys want to fit him? Top or low?
I gotta say lower because of the position.
Okay.
But
we got right in the middle right now. We could do right in the middle. It's got to be bottom. We got 2.
Throw him in the middle. Throw him in the middle.
Yeah,
and
because
that's Elijah Roberts.
that round 3,
If we got a wide receiver,
so
and
look at that,
halfback.
because that round 3 is because we traded with the Steelers, so that's why we pick Elijah Roberts here, and we got a really good trade for him.
You know who I'm looking at right now?
Jack Kaiser, you get him on there, son.
He's getting thrown in the 5th, right in the middle.
Yep. Hey, Seth McLaughlin, he's one of the guys
That's
that we
the guy.
That's Dad's guy.
That's my guy.
That's your
That's
center
the
you were
true
talking
center.
about.
True center.
I think
We only have one more round, or no, we got 2 more 5th rounds we can fit.
Okay, I think go low. I mean, I'm
we
fine.
can do some shifting.
I'm fine if like bottom 5 in the 5th.
Those are all taken.
Ooh.
Well, why don't we do this? We put them all on.
Yeah. And then we shift.
We each get 1 shift.
Okay,
each
Seth,
of us
so we're
can-
going McLaughlin?
Yeah.
McLaughlin?
Because that's the fun
McLaughlin?
of the blind draft, is it just kind of you play it as it lies. And we picked fucking the same bottom 2, Jay Higgins, or the
We
bottom
took
3.
a lot. We took a lot.
Woody Marks and Kyron Lacey. R.I.P.
No,
we
no,
don't
that-
have Marks
No,
on
that's
the
a,
board.
no, that's a
different
That's
guy.
a different guy. The other
Yeah, we
guy,
had Jackson.
Jaquadian Jackson and Woody
Jay
Marks.
Higgins, Jaquaden
I
Jackson.
know, but Jaquadian Jackson and
Oh,
Jaquavius
Jaquavius Marks. Oh, shit.
That's Woody
hey,
Marks.
very close. That's Woody Marks. That's Woody Marks.
So
You
who-
want Woody Marks on here somewhere?
Yeah, AJ loves Woody Marks.
Where do you want him in the 7th?
Honestly, Jackson and Marks they both had they both were like, okay, give him a shot.
Woody
type of-
Marks is on the board.
Yeah, just give him a shot. Put him in the give him a shot.
He's on the board. Anyone else from this that we need to?
Nah.
No, that was
pretty much took everyone.
Okay, here we go.
Okay,
There's
now,
our Tet.
hey, finally we get to where we're starting your draft wide receivers now.
And this is interesting. We could probably fit another player here and get to 9 because I do think we need at least 2.
We need 2 wide receivers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
guys, I know I keep getting mad at Adam for jumping ahead, but we put Tet and Matthew Golden and just put them back to back
I think so.
in round 1, Anth.
That's what I'm going to do here. So we got
We know he's coming.
We know he's coming.
We know he's coming.
and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
McMillan.
So the other okay.
How about Jonah Save My Name?
And then
Yeah, Jonas Saviania. I don't know. I mean, round 3, late round 3 for Saviania, or high round 4. Sorry, top round 4. Our round 4, Jonah Saviana could make it there. I'd be fine with that.
Definitely seems like the nurse, when Jonah was born, fell asleep while she was typing in the name.
Yep. Remember,
hey, who am I putting in? Sorry, I wasn't listening there, boys.
Jonah Saviania. Put him in
the 3rd.
In the 4th.
We're going low 4.
Top 4.
Top 4.
Top in the round 4, because that's kind of like low 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we treat round 4 as like our kind of 3rd and our 5th round, we can add some more dudes.
We do
here.
got the golden 4 round where we can kind of just play with that.
How the fuck do you spell this?
Just code JONASAVA.
Not listening. I just spelled it.
Okay.
I
Tackle.
like it.
So then the other guy that I think for round 4, low round 4, because I think our round 5 is pretty high, pretty packed right now, right?
5 has one more pick we can get.
Okay,
on
so Jackery Kroske Merritt.
yeah, I like that.
I think
he's a beast
Yeah.
in CFB. I've been
Yeah,
Dude
so
is a beast. Dude is a beast. And sorry, I said he got injured. He was not allowed to play, and he had an amazing first game. And then because he's older, so they had some questions of was he eligible to even play, and that's why he didn't play. It wasn't anything.
We're gonna put him bottom 4.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
ooh.
I like bottom 4 because that means he's top 5.
I think he's got to now.
top 5 round. I mean,
You might only get 1 contract out of him, but I think he's worth it in a 4th round pick. The other guy, dude's Malachi Moore, round 7.
Where do you want him? Safety, which hasn't been a big position that we've taken.
I put him up there. I think we took him a couple times.
Okay, so that is Malachi Moore.
And if you remember, CJ Dipre, stupid French name, sorry guys. He was that blocking tight end
yeah,
who could come in, be TE2.
Do we have lots of? How do we have room in round
we got
6?
3 spots in 6 left.
He's a C. I don't know if
Or put him high up in 7.
So we don't got any high spots in 7
Okay,
left.
so maybe just leave Dupree around.
Oh, was there someone else?
Trying to
Well,
look.
no, he's a C.
There was Burke that we took quite a bit, but he's not looking too great.
We can come back.
Yeah, we can come back.
We can do once we get everything, we'll do a quick flow back and then hop into
Guys, Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren.
Can't even have him on the board.
Fuck.
Can't even have him on the board.
Can you name our round ones again?
Ashton Genty, Mason Graham, Membo, Jalen Walker, Tet McMillan, Matthew Golden, Will Johnson, Omari and Hampton, Jihad Campbell. You want to get rid of Campbell, don't you?
Jihad Campbell. I'd take Warren over Campbell.
I'd take Warren over Campbell.
Okay, so Campbell's getting taken off, and we're going to do some shifting. I'm going to put... Okay, this is the real question. Would you take Warren over McMillan or Golden?
Warren over McMillan or Golden?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd take him over Golden.
I'd take him over Golden as well.
Okay, so he's going to get the 6th spot, and everyone's going to shift down.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? And I take him over McMillan.
Would you?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
McMillan gives me Dez vibes. I can't shake that. But I do love Warren. I wouldn't be too pissed off.
Warren's one of those guys. He's not going to. McMillan's going to be there at 12 for us. Warren's not going to be there at 12.
This was our UK World's Team podcast with Paul. And the reason I know that is because we drafted Ozzy. Or no.
No, this isn't it because he made us pick the Virginia Tech guy.
No, who was this one?
I think this is just a freebie with us. What do you?
Oh no, wait, was Kansas City? Was he from Australia?
He took
okay.
out, and he took Ozzy because he said, "Oh, I have to take Ozzy because I'm part of."
Oh, so maybe we did this draft after because we saw
this is an interesting one. Jalen Knoll. This is the guy that I think should be on our board. Top. I think Ozzy and Jalen Knoll should both be on.
Awesome.
Hey, Jalen number 1 is an A, so we got to look at him anyways. We got to place him anyways.
I'm gonna put him at 3.
And Ozzy, I don't hate it, man. A tackle. I just wish I would like it how it folded out this way, where we get 2 third-round picks, one's for the benefit of something that's not sexy, like offensive linemen, and then you get a sexy pick, a non-sexy pick, a conservative pick, and a liberal pick. That's what I want.
This is like these 4 picks here. I'd be very, very happy with. We got our tackle,
Tyler Warren,
we got a wide receiver, we got a halfback, and we get a tight end.
That's a whole new offense right there. You literally just got a full new offense.
That is savage.
That's fun. That's fun to watch. That was our offensive draft.
And then we went pretty fucking hard on 3 of the last 5 picks.
Well, we're just gonna throw Bassa in the 4th. That's our freebie.
Yep.
There's your Efton Chisholm.
Efton Chisholm, we've placed him.
Danny Stutzman, we got on there. Okay, I think we can move to next. What do we got here?
Okay, this is Paul's.
Demetrius Knight.
This is Paul's draft.
Okay, this one is? Yeah, right, because Wyatt Millham.
So Millham, I think he gets our last spot on our 3rd round.
Yep, pop him in.
Yep.
So Millham.
We like that. We might have not got a good grade here, but he had no sacks allowed.
And we took him in 2 drafts. We got him in 2 drafts. So our currently 1st round's done, 3rd round is done. Everything else is looking pretty full, but we don't have to look at 3rd rounds anymore. But Demetrius Knight Jr., I think we got to put him just at our highest spot in round 2 right now.
Yep. Agreed. Anyone else on this
What's
list?
the round 2 spot that you have him slotted in at?
5th.
Okay.
Or no, 6th.
Okay, I like that.
We got him in 6th right now. Anyone else on this? Tyler Cooper, A-.
Oh yeah, we gotta put him in there. So he's around 5.
That's gonna be our last 5th round pick.
He's an A-. Yeah, he has to be there. That's a good guard in round 5.
Put him in.
Okay, 5th round is taken.
You want me to change the screen or something?
No, do you have a better charger for this?
Yep. Here.
Because you know how slow mine is. Okay, nice.
Filling out our big board belt, boys.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
You guys want to see it? A real quick peek?
Yeah. Let's give us a peek. Oh, wow. That looks so much better.
And
hold it down a little bit.
We'll be able to build this out on a spreadsheet too, so that you can have it up during the draft.
Yeah,
Here,
absolutely.
Here, hold it in front of you, Ants, because that's nice and big right there. Okay, there it is. And then hold it to your left a little bit.
And
There it
just
is. Up a little bit. Up a little bit. There you go.
You just make me hold it the whole draft.
Yeah, yeah. And now we're gonna run the draft. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we got just a couple spots left.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Jenkins Gaming says.
Don't let it smith. Rubs it all.
Okay, so let's just also say something. Jalen says no Carter. I am so hurt. So there is absolutely no possibility that Abdul Carter is going to be.
No.
Look, if he was,
he'd be number one.
He's on the S. So
S tier.
there's a bunch of guys who are on S tier that we don't even have to
watch S tier right up here.
Yeah, Carter is an S tier guy. I feel like Genty should be an S tier guy as well.
Hunter
and Genty and Carter.
Genty, Carter.
I think Will Campbell would be there too.
Okay, so let's do that then. Put those names in there, and then free up one more round, one spot for us.
So
and
Genty's an S tier,
I think Genty's an S tier.
and then we'd get a freebie.
Yeah,
and then we
I
get
think
one more.
that's true.
Okay.
I do agree. That is. I'm glad we came up with S tier.
Jenkins Gaming says Mason Graham is an S tier then too.
Yeah, he is. That's
Okay.
good.
That gives us two.
I think he is though, because if he's there, I do. I don't think there's a chance we get him.
Okay,
I'm fine with that.
That'll give us 3 spots to.
Jalen Walker is not.
No, Walker's not.
Jalen Walker's not. That gives us a chance to put in.
Okay, that's fair. I was against it at first, Jenkins,
but now you fucking love
but I saw the
You
light.
got diddle.
No, it just made I just didn't want us to get too cute with it, but also I can't argue the logic.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. The chance of all 4 of those guys being available to us is not, but there is a possibility that one of them might be.
And then that default they get picked.
Yeah,
it happened to us. It can happen to.
Now I got to change the whole fucking board though, Jenkins.
Jenkins, you stupid piece of.
So then now who's so
Okay.
so we got 2 freebie picks now.
Mello Dotson, round 4. Put him in the highest slot available.
Okay.
Yeah, Mello
'Cause
Dotson,
we-
cornerback, Kansas City. Both cornerbacks from Kansas are pretty good in the round.
We liked
in
them,
the
and
round 4.
we definitely JO'd to him a couple times. I do remember.
Yeah,
And there's Fentanyl Cypress again too.
So yeah, also remember this edge, Antoine Powell Ryland. Do you guys remember him?
No.
Well,
but this is. I think we looked at him because Paul liked him.
yeah, and then we looked at him, and then he was decent for pass rush, I believe. Anyways, let's move on. We got a couple more picks here.
Denell Texas Wolf Graves says, "Is Omari and Hampton S tier?" No, not at all. We do have a possibility that Hampton will be available to us
in real life. Yes, he might be. But
look at this one right here. That's Will Campbell right there at 12. I don't know how we got him at 12 in this draft.
He dropped to us. This is the one. So when we started drafting now, this was where things started to because they're such. First of all, I think the quarterbacks had a bit. How many quarterbacks were drafted in the top 10 had a big push on this too. But also, with so many players moving up into the first round, like for example, Jante starting in 12 and now moving up to 5, it totally pushed the whole shuffleboard around a little. So
I'm putting him at 2 at 2.
Will Campbell for tackle? Absolutely. You
I
got
think
to.
He's at 2.
You got to. If we got him for an A+ at 12, he's got to be up there on the highest. So who's just above him? No one yet.
Membu.
Yep. Membu, Will Campbell.
Yeah, they're the top 2.
Okay. In that order?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we need to fill. I put Dylan Sampson. He's in our second. I put him in at 8 in round 2 for us.
Yep.
Because there's a bunch of other running backs there's a lot of players I'd rather get than Dylan Sampson in the second round.
Keep an eye on Dean Clark there, guys, because we drafted him a couple times.
Dean Clark, also Ty Robinson. I think we got to throw him in the 6 because we did take him a couple times. The big tackle or defensive tackle. He's like 6'6".
Oh yeah, that's a guy. Yeah. Ty Robinson.
So I think we got to put him in.
Oh yeah, and a nice thing about Ty Robinson is he's got a lot. He did really well in a lot of fun stats. One of the funnest was he had a really high pass breakup rate
for a defensive tackle.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
So when he breaks up passes at a much higher significant rate.
It's because he's 6'6".
Yeah,
he's a fucking giant.
But it's also his hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, he's got the hand-eye coordination.
So that's a good.
Hasn't been one of these in a while. Guys, we're building here.
Guys, we're building. We're builders.
So we need to fill. We still need to fill in 1 pick or 2 picks in pick 5. Looks like about 3 and 7, and then a couple in round 2.
Dean Clark.
Throw Dean Clark.
Dean Clark in round 7.
Safety.
Dean Clark.
Yeah, Dean Clark.
He's in.
Not to be confused with the actor who played Superman.
No.
Hopefully he is Superman.
That's
That's
why
why
he's
he's
got
an
the
S.
S. Oh! Did we just become best friends?
We became best friends.
You guys did it. You guys
Oh,
did
look
it.
at this fucking.
This is our very last draft.
Okay, Scotty's
This is
in.
where we got. Oh, Scataboo. We got to get him in there.
Yeah, Scataboo would be lower in round 3 or in round 4 for us, I think.
I think what?
Or what do you
mean?
got? Well, I don't know how much space we got.
We picked him in round 2 there.
Right, we did. What? How much
Well,
space?
how
do we
much
got?
space do we? Yeah.
I'm putting him at 6 in round 2.
Okay, I like that.
That you got Judkins and Henderson ahead of him.
Yeah, I like that.
And then
I like it.
Samson behind him.
I like it. Look at that Tate Ratledge pick at fucking 3rd. He's
Yeah.
I want Ratledge in 3rd.
Millam's there. Ty Robinson. Oh, here. Oh, fuck. We can't. Dante Thornton Jr.
Okay.
Would have been in. Oh, Raheem Morris, too. Let's get him in our 6.
Okay. No, Raheem Sanders.
Sanders, sorry.
Fucking idiot.
But we don't got room for Dante Thornton.
In round 5?
Five-
What about round
five's
6?
full.
What about round 6?
It'd be the very bottom. We can't do that.
No.
Why?
there's-
Okay.
Why? What if all those other guys in round 6 are gone and Thornton's sitting there?
Because
Well-
it's unlikely.
Can Thornton replace the bottom of
Round 5?
round 5?
What's in round 4?
Round 5, very bottom, Ollie Gordon, dude.
Oh!
Okay, hey. You could move Ollie Gordon to round 6.
But
if
he's
you-
going to be at the bottom of 6.
Oh fuck.
No,
okay,
that's
so
not good.
what how
I don't
many,
think it's
what,
fair. I think we built it. I don't think
what do we
we
have
took Dante Thornton in our very, very last draft.
Yeah, okay. I was just
Or Ants, we don't have to do this now.
We can come back.
No, but what I'm saying is we can just remember and we'll do this
Shifting.
after the show.
On-
Shift them all down
Yeah.
and put one of these guys, either Thornton in round 6, number 1, or swap him with Ollie Gordon.
You are right. We could put their names right at the bottom there, and then
Well,
we
this
could
is schematics. Let's just fill the board.
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So-
okay.
Let's get the board filled and let's get our final mock draft.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got to think. We haven't even done
Hey.
our mock draft yet.
Put Thornton on 6, and we're gonna swap him with Gordon and do that whole shift.
You know what?
and blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
going to fit him in here. I'm going to fit him in here. I'm going to fit Thornton in. There might be a couple more guys in
This is our last one, right?
our last draft.
Is it?
Yep. It's our final.
Oh yeah, because of Amos.
Oh, there's Trey. This is our final right here. Trey Amos.
Amos.
Okay. And there had to be other drafts. So did we never take Jade Barron?
No.
Okay, so then we need to fill some spots here because we still got a spot open in the 2nd round.
What number?
7. So we need to fill round 2 here.
Okay.
Samson's on there.
Okay.
Knight's on there.
Okay.
Judkins is on there.
Sorry, Knight and Higgins. We already got. Sorry.
Yep. Judkins is there. Higgins is. It's because we took Higgins so many times. That's the thing. We might have to just go into.
Well, we can go into it, and this time we can look at who's available around
true.
2, and we can add someone. This is Kansas City.
We also.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
I also did kick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we got 9 guys in round 2. We're good.
Technically, you could I was gonna say technically you could take around 1 guy and move him to round 2 if you needed to.
No, I like that we have it. 90% filled.
Yep.
And now when we go through, even if we don't pick a guy, we can still throw him up on the board.
Ants, just show the big board one last time.
I'm just putting guys in now. Mac McWilliams is going in.
Okay. Hey, so what we did is we went through the last, whatever it was, 2.5 months of mock drafts.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. And we said at the beginning of our mock drafts, we knew we were going to do a shit ton, that we are going to make our own big board. And this is our big board evolved from last year. I really like it, guys. So is that going to replace our board that we have up currently?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
This is going to be up there for the next year now. And we're just going to cross names off. Hopefully, because last year on our CanFan big board, we didn't hit a single guy. I think that's impossible this year. I think we're hitting something on this.
Yeah, and I think we could just exactly.
This is totally fine. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 guys we have to add. Easy peasy. And our round 1, oddly enough, I thought we were going to fill out our round 1, but it actually makes sense because we're so set. We have 5 picks, 2 or 3 picks on either side of the 12th that we're always consistently picking.
Yep.
And so,
okay, so I'm going to put this beside me. Will you be able to see it?
Yeah, you can put it there. It's fine.
also our S tier guys fucked us.
I just want you guys to be able to see it during our draft.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna have to get a draft camera. Why don't we just have a camera specific for?
Well, he's talking about right now. I don't have the ability to do it right now, but I'm going to have an actual draft camera for our big board. Ant's gonna go tinkle.
No, I want to put it somewhere where you guys can see while we're doing the draft.
Oh yeah, you can put it behind you like that. Okay, that'll work.
Oh, look at this fucking magician.
That fucking no crack today, eh?
Are you ready to bust some ass?
Go a bit.
What?
I knocked the camera.
Oh, you fucking Mar.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, let's do it. Let's get this final.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Let's do this.
If you can move it,
it's good enough.
It's fine
see
there.
most of it.
As long as you guys can read it.
Otherwise, he's gonna.
Oh, he's just saying if we can read it.
Yeah,
from
you guys.
Yeah,
just
he
need
doesn't
to be-
care.
I don't care about the. Sorry, guys. Anyone watching? I'm just talking about my bandwagon
so we can
boys.
go like this and be like,
Oh,
okay.
but I think that people can read it. I mean, if you can't read half a name in the first round and you don't know who it is, shut the fuck up and get out of here, you Philly fan.
There was a Philly fan in here.
Was there? Was he talking shit?
Not really. You know what? He kind of was.
Okay, let's set up. I'm gonna go tinkle.
Go tinkle.
Grab me another one, son.
I'm gonna tinkle, and
Toss me one, son.
It's our final draft, guys, and we're gonna give reasons why we're taking guys. But it should be our pick should be fairly quick.
Oh yeah.
But we're just gonna give a reason why we want the guy.
I'm trying not to do anything that's citrusy.
It's carbonate. It's not real citrus.
I know. It's a mental thing.
Bro.
Bro.
It's not real. Okay. Look. Well, Ant
I
goes.
feel nervous.
I think Ant's gonna go masturbate right now.
Ant's gonna go MB. If you're looking for this sick ass Cowboys Can Fan shirt, it'll be available at cowboyscanfan.com/store.
What do you feel? Because we upgraded
like
the
it.
quality. Is it
Yeah.
better quality? What
like
do you
it.
like better about these shirts?
The shirts are definitely better shirts than what we had up there before. They are a lot softer to the touch.
Do they fit better?
They fit me better, yeah.
And
so I will just say this: if you feel like you're a large, I'd go one size up. So I do think
mediums are fine.
Okay, so a large would feel a little bit constrained for me. I actually like the sizing.
XL?
Yeah, this is an XL. And the same thing, and primarily because the sleeves are a little bit tighter.
Oh, what? So you're afraid of showing off your guns?
No, I'm not. Right there. Let's see those guns, baby. Hey, Cowboys Cowboys Up Podcast, aka Big Fella says nice shirt.
What up, big fella?
What up, big fella?
Let me go have a little whisk too, and then.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I know. I'm sorry.
break?
Yeah,
You got it. Hey, you can't be thinking of having a tinkle during the final draft.
All of those drafts before were mock drafts.
This is the real draft.
This is what the Dallas Cowboys are going to be doing.
Oh, baby D's in the house. Oh, let me cut the. Let me.
Oh no!
Oh no! I know.
We're too loud.
Let me get the NWO music. Where the heck do I have it here?
Baby D.
Brother Adrian in the hezzy.
Brother Adrian and Baby D's in the house.
Hi. Let's give a pop or pop it. Yeah, buddy. Happy Easter.
It's a can fan of maniac. The traffic looks spectacular. Boom, boom, boom. It's Baby D's in the house. Da, ba, 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 ba.
Bye, Donnie.
Oh, you want to sing it?
Okay.
No, he ain't feeling it. He ain't feeling it.
Stop messing with the show, dude.
He knows it. That.
Mama's not here.
This is the Can Fan crew, bro. He's been a Cowboys fan since he was born.
Yeah,
That's why he's sad.
He knows the life of being upset because he's like, one day you will be on the show for real. Mama's upstairs.
All right,
Okay.
Donnie B, outie. We are doing our final mock, guys. This is exciting.
Get it up there, son. Get it up there.
But yeah, this is
Looking tough.
this is for all the marbles on this one.
Guys, I'm not nervous.
I'm not
I
either.
feel prepared.
I feel prepared. I'm not nervous.
Now,
No
We
more.
got-
No
I
more.
actually
Wheel
feel
of
way
Death.
better about the big board is our cheat sheet.
Yeah, you got a cheat sheet right there, literally.
while I bring this over, what are your just personal strategies? What have you learned over this draft? Anything that stands out? Could be one thing, could be 10 things, but like anything that you're like, okay, I'm not doing this or I am doing this.
I'm pretty sold on playmaker in the first round.
Okay.
And I know that's the exciting thing to do and might not be the right thing, but I want a running back or a wide receiver in the first round. Or a Ty Warren, even if Ty Warren. And just an a guy that can make a difference on offense. But if one of these tackles, if one of these tackles falls to 12, our big board's telling us that we have to take it.
I'm gonna mine is this. What do you add?
I don't know. I said.
I
think I was performing to something.
Okay. I thought you were
the fake huff.
I thought there was a meltdown. No, my thing is, I'm not sure. I'm gonna say BPA, but I'm not adhering myself to BPA. And does that completely diffuse BPA entirely? Maybe.
Well, because this isn't the BPA, because that's the whole point of the board. Because BPA is technically not
right.
Like the board's your board,
not
right?
taking the public consensus.
Yeah, like
it's
it's looking at this and it's like, okay, well, this is the guy that we want to take,
and this is gonna be perfect.
Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
The one thing I might want to do is pick as the Panthers just to take, because Walker's gonna be there for us. He's gonna be there for us to draft, but I don't think it's realistic. You know what I mean? So I don't want to take Walker because in our very final draft
because
at 12, I think he's going to be gone.
Okay, and any of those other things that show up, or anything else like that we don't think is consistent with the. I think anyone in our S tier we need to severely consider if they show up in this mock draft.
Oh,
I don't think they will ever,
but yeah,
but
I see what you're
I
saying.
think that's fair. Walker, which just you saying that makes me think he should go to the S tier, but.
Crack him if you got him, son.
But I know he's so far back.
You get a chance to draft him every time. Crack him if you got him. Okay, let's do no wheel of death. Just 3 Canadian best friends.
We've
already been through the trials and tribulations. This is the fucking test.
Well, you know what to hit right now,
guys. I'm gonna go slow roll because
you know what to hit right now.
Oh.
He knows what to hit right now. Don't. I talked about it at the top of the show, but he is wait, Jay.
I make him and I move on.
Yeah, it was already out of the brain.
Hang on.
I was gonna say I didn't think that was the start.
Big boys, new pat. 7 rounds of drinks and glory. Another chapter for the story. Can't fan my draft, baby. Make them boys go crazy. Can't fan my draft, baby. Make them boys go crazy.
Okay, our final live mock draft, our final mock draft of the Dallas Cowboys
2025 season.
2025 season, getting ready.
It's been fun, fellas. It's been a roller coaster, but we're prepared. We just built out our big board, and we're going to heavily rely on it. Sure, we could, in complete CanFan Nation, go on side quest and maybe do something that's completely out of pocket. What about trades? That's something that's important that we need to talk about.
Everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
I think we're doing this but we got to be in our best fucking frame of mind.
Because I'm heavily on trading back in the first round and then somewhere trading up to get rid of some of our garbage picks in the back end of the draft.
100% agreed. I think if there's the player there, then we want, and we'll know when it shows up, we'll take them. If he's not there, I'm on the same boat. Trade back is where I'm 51% on. You know what I mean?
I'm fine with the trade down. Big fella says, like in the movie Draft Day, go running back no matter what.
Oh, yes, totally. Oh, shit. And speaking of that, I need to post our... Anyways, that doesn't matter.
We got a couple more days.
We got a couple more days.
For votes.
Guys, we are into this. So we're going 7 rounds. We're going to slow roll it at the beginning to be able to see who gets picked before us so that we can kind of prepare ourselves. We'll speed it up as we go.
Bandwagon Boy 1, remember your training.
Yeah, I'm going to be yelling, move up, move up, move up.
No, you're going to be yelling, pause it, okay, pause it, okay, pause it. Okay, pause it.
Yeah, pause it.
Okay, 7.
Get out, pause it.
I'm slow rolling here.
That's one thing we didn't do much in this draft. We didn't trade up very often, and I don't think there was a reason to. So can't see us doing it now.
We trade. And one other thing. Sorry, I would love. So we look at our picks here. I'd love to package some of these 204s back to 247s to try to get another.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah,
one of these picks.
That's what I mean. We have to trade. Yeah. We have trading down in the first, and then trading up to get rid of some of our garbage picks. Well, let's do it. Let's get into this.
Okay.
Fan. Mock draft 10. Let's get it.
It has seemed like it's been an entire season since the end of the Cowboys season.
Okay, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, pause it. Just joking. Okay, no, just kidding. Go.
Who's going one?
Here it is.
Who's going one? Is it going to be Cam Ward? Who's going one?
Travis Hunter.
So it's going to, then again, we're most just Cam Ward 2 to the Browns, which was a no-brainer. Abdul Carter, to the Giants. That hurts me.
That's gonna suck.
Will Campbell gone. So we got a couple S tier guys.
Genty gone.
There's all the S tier guys. That's why they're the S tier guys.
Armand Benbu
Our
gone.
first guy on our big board gone. Mason Graham
Gone.
Guy.
He's an S tier.
Jihad Campbell. Wow. So he's kind of taken the spot of Jalen Walker, which is interesting. Mike Green at 10 and Tyler Warren at 11.
What are you what are you gonna fucking have Warren and the other long-haired guy? What the hell's his name? Fuck each other.
In this situation,
Just for
Jalen Walker's the pick. Like he's the pick.
Yeah, and I'm just for shits and giggling showing where he is. Ranked 24. ADP is 17.8. So
let's see here. So our big board right now
It's Tet.
Well, it's
Jalen Walker. But
It's Jalen Walker,
this is the only thing we need to discuss at this point is, do we think Walker will actually be here?
No. But makes it in this situation. That's why you would pick him.
I know. Okay.
Or we trade back, trade down, and we get Walker, and so we pick Walker because he's on our big board, and we get more picks.
But that's even more, that's even faker than this already.
Ted is the more, out of both of those guys, Ted's the more realistic, but in terms of our big board, absolutely Walker. But I just think that Walker is probably should not be where he is, like you said, Ant. In fact, Walker should be switched with
Jihad. That's kind of, it's like the PFF guys forgot who, so we're just going to act like Walker's not there. Okay?
I just think that's better for us because we could pick him, but at the end of the day, we know he's not going to be there.
In real life, if this was the situation, yes, we're taking Walker.
Right.
We got lucky that Campbell, so it still works out for the players that are left. I'm trading back here, fellas.
Me too.
I'm trading back too.
I'm trading back, and I want to see the most we can get.
Okay, so let me just give a gauge. This is just trading back 2 to the Colts. Let me just gauge what they're willing. They're not even willing to give up a second. They're willing to give up their third.
I don't like it.
I don't like that either.
I'm thinking the Seahawks, guys. I think we could get a second from them. Ooh, that's juicy.
Moving back 6 spots.
I'd be happy with that, fellas. I really would be.
Could even throw in a 137.
I like it.
And just for fairness, throw in our 7th.
Yeah.
Like this. What do you think of that?
I think I like it.
I think that's fair, and I think they'd do it.
Let's give it a go. Seahawks trade. We're giving up. So let's read it off here. We're giving up the 12th overall pick and the 247th overall pick to gain the 50th, essentially.
Essentially. And don't shy of that 137, though. That's our 4th round pick.
So the only way this backfires now is if McMillan, Golden, Johnson, and Hampton are all off the board. If those 4 guys are still on or are off the board, this backfired on us.
Okay.
So that also could be something you take into consideration, that we only draft back enough spots that we'll get one of those guys no matter what.
Yeah.
How many spots was it?
4.
4 spots. Yeah, we will.
No, we're going 6. So if you did 15, we're going to for sure get one of those guys. So, but we have a very tough chance getting that.
Should I just throw that out? So,
try it.
So the other option here is with the Falcons just dropping back 3 picks. We swap our 1st round picks and we pick up a 46th and we give away our 204.
Yeah, just give it a go.
I just want to give it a go. It's probably not going to go through.
Throw up the haymaker, the Hail Mary, I should say.
And
We
they
got
took
it.
it!
We got it,
And
baby.
they took it. Okay.
Okay, we like that.
I kind of wish we would have even added the 204, but that's okay. We got it. We moved back 3 picks and we gained a nice 2nd round pick.
I know. I agreed with the 204, but
it's still good. That's still a good trade. That's
still a really good trade. We got the 46. That's the fucking.
Okay, let's see who gets taken off the board. Who'd the Falcons trade up for? The Falcons have traded up for Will Johnson.
That's okay.
He was on our board. McMillan gone. And okay, so we have a couple guys still on our board that we have a chance now to take. We either have to take Golden or Hampton. We have Golden ahead of Hampton right now.
Not Grant, hey?
Grant, we didn't have Grant on the board.
Well, he's the S tier. No, he
Grant.
right. I'm
Grant.
sorry.
So according to our board, guys,
Okay, let's go with our board.
It's Golden.
It's Golden.
I like it here.
I like it.
Honestly.
I like it. We picked up the extra second pick, man.
Yeah, that's huge. And we get Matthew Golden.
You know why I like it? Because he's on my Mount Rushmore.
Well, welcome to the team, Matthew Golden. Adds ahead with the Rushmore picks.
Let's do it. Then, guys, I really do like this as a first-round pick for the Cowboys.
Welcome
to the team, Matthew Golden.
You know what I like more? You know what I like more
Oh,
than anything?
shit.
Having a second.
Big Chris is mad. He said running back no matter what for the third time.
But we have a chance here now with 2 of our second-round picks. We could pick up. Well, we got a lot of guys ready at running back in the second that we all
Jenkins
really like.
is yelling us to move up since we have.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
pause.
So I'm waiting till another halfback gets taken.
Well, but it's going to be Hampton, though.
So we could get Hampton right here.
We could trade up.
We could trade.
With Green Bay?
We could trade our 2 second rounds. We could, or just one of our seconds and a third.
That.
Do a second and a third. Do a second and a third.
Hang on. I'll try our.
Give it a try. Fuck it.
We could trade our second or third to Green Bay.
And give them a 247?
Yeah, it's got to be our second and a third.
And what about a 247?
Well, we don't need to do that.
Okay.
It's 43%. We got
but this is the thing. We only then in our top picks, we only have how many picks do we end up having? Oh, okay. We still get our 40. We still have our 44th pick.
We still have our 44th.
I like this. We still have our 44th. Give it a try.
But we are giving up our third.
That's fine.
Okay. That's okay.
That's fine. Because
then
you gained a first round pick.
Yeah.
Right?
Because ultimately we're going to take a halfback and then we could take a higher guard.
Not resume draft, AJ. Offer trade.
Okay.
Oh God.
But we could wait. You don't want to wait.
Well,
no, we can't. We can't wait. No, because Minnesota wants a running back.
Yes.
I would. This is perfect. You paused
at
the
perfect time. Give it offer trade. Take it.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now we throw in the 247.
They didn't. Okay.
It bumps it up 2%.
Try 239.
Well, we got 4 attempts.
Yeah, he's right.
Might as well
give it a go. Let's see what they do here. Okay, they
took
took
it.
it.
They took it. They took it.
Yes. There we go. Hampton.
Welcome to the team. And just like that, we got 2 big board guys. Pause it for a second. So we just picked up 2 of our big board day 1 guys. That's huge. That's massive. That's great. That's good shaking.
Hampton and Golden. Yeah.
Now, Denell, Texas Wolf, Graves said try to gain a 4th round pick. That is true. We should try to get a 4th rounder now if we're wheeling and dealing if we can, but I think
once we get closer to it, then we can start.
We're gonna have to wait till later in the draft.
Well, Madman's saying trade back in the second.
We can't trade. We have to be realistic. We've done 2 trades already, right?
Right.
I think we get one more. Realistically, like we could trade every time. We're gonna trade one more time to try to get into the 4th.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
But what I was gonna say is you could take that once we get to the second our 44th pick, we can see who's available. We could trade that pick to get a 3rd and possibly a 4th rounder.
Well, in fairness, though,
possibly
we did trade a 2nd round already. I'm just saying, the Cowboys aren't a team that trades that often.
Right.
No.
We've already done 2 trades. We traded back and then we traded up.
But the trade back was technically for the trade up.
Yes.
So it's kind of grouped together, but I do agree with you. We can't just go trade happy on this. So resume.
Yeah, and we can speed it up a little bit because now we're only at 24th. Luther Burden off, and our next pick's at 44. So we do this pick, and then once we get closer to the
there goes Trey Amos, guys. At
Amos gone in the first
round.
So hey, Jaden Higgins gone.
We already got our receiver, so don't worry about it, kid.
That's true.
Wide receiver, halfback. Now we're just kind of looking for BPA, really.
Well, and what's our big board say?
Shannon Revel,
Chevon Revel.
Chevon Revel.
That's who we got to go with.
That's our big board guy. Because who are we?
6'3", 193. He's got a pirate for a team. But otherwise, it's Kevin Winston.
Oh, you know who I didn't have up there? Watt. I'm going to fill Watt, Xavier Watt in there.
Yeah.
He can be our second. But
we did take him in our first pick in the 2nd round. Or no.
We took him in the 2nd, in our first draft. So Chevon Revel, according to this makes it easy. None of our other guys are even, nobody else is. Oh, you know who we didn't have on there? Prometheus. Also, Landon Jackson is Prometheus. He's not on our big board, but
put Landon Jackson goes on our big board.
But do you think he's before or after Revel?
I think Revel's a bigger need.
CB's a bigger need.
In round 2?
Well, we
already got our wide receiver and running back, right?
Okay, well, then we'll pop, just put a little asterisk. We'll pop Sampson and Revel up above him and put him in the last slot. Prometheus. Because I think Edge here is more sexy than. Oh no, CB is definitely more.
We've never
sexy.
picked. We've never picked Hairston there. A lot of people are really high on Hairston. So, but
we can't.
We can't. He's not on our big board.
He's not on our big board.
And
that's the reason why.
We don't like it.
Yep.
Having one good season is not as good
Let's
as.
take a refresher at Siobhan Revel here. Oh yeah. The
Two
old
good
pirate.
seasons, 2 back-to-back good seasons.
Not a lot of interceptions, but he's had a couple good years. And
he only played 3 games.
3 games. Wow.
That's injury concern. But hey, still, it's better than.
I think we got to go with the big board, fellas.
Yeah, big board. Revel,
welcome to the
Hang
team.
on.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team.
Siobhan
It's a
Revel.
spot of need.
Spot of need.
And that's kind of where we're going at. So where are we going to pause to try to trade up into the 4th? Because this is still, this is still the 2nd round, right?
Round 3, we'll
what
look.
the fuck? Pause it for a second. Demetrius Knight went right there at 56. So technically, according to our board, we should have taken him.
Oh, shit. We didn't see it.
Scattaboo, we wouldn't have taken because we took a running back already.
I don't mind this because
it's a position of need.
Position of need, and we know that after
look at all our linebackers.
Amos and Chevin, there's no one.
I think we're still fine.
Yeah, I guess what we should have done is we should have quickly looked, and then we should have just pulled up some of those positions. That's it.
Anyways, doesn't matter. Siobhan Revel, I think is a good pick.
I still would have said if Revel was the last, tier 2 cornerback, we know between tier 2 quarterbacks, we know where there's a quality amount of linebackers. It's round 5 and 6. Not quality,
But
I should say.
body fillers.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in that area.
And Jenkins Gaming reminds us we just picked up 3 starters.
True. Yeah.
We like that. And now we're cruising. We're going to be going all the way down to pick 149. But
Keenshaw went at the top of round
so we're
3 there.
We're not going to trade up. You don't?
No,
think?
we will.
Okay.
Once we get close to the 4th round,
then we get to have some more choices.
We basically gave up our 3rd round pick to get a 2nd first.
Which is
okay. So now we can cook here.
Yeah. So we got Golden.
AJ, you didn't pause. You didn't pause.
No.
But we're gonna try to trade into the 4th now.
Oh, fuck. Okay, shit.
That's okay.
I think this is kind
You're
of the
right.
area would be traded into, anyways.
Yeah.
Whew. Should we just go to
me.
Carolina?
Yeah,
and
just
see?
try it. Let's see what we can get here. So I think you give our 149, and then kind of work off of that. Ooh, they ain't budging.
They don't want it.
Might have to go a little bit down. Oh,
New
what do we got here?
Orleans. New Orleans. Do you want it?
Still
Okay,
just
they want
nothing.
6. San Fran.
Okay, that gets a little bit better.
18. Arizona. 43. This is where we're looking.
Now we're starting to cook a little bit. I'm fine with even throwing in maybe the 217.
Well, we could try this
Yeah, give this a little tester.
just to see what's up. So that's giving away 149, 174 to pick up 115.
Yeah, to move up a bunch of spots.
Yep.
34 spots we'd be moving up, which I like.
They took
Okay. Right on. So this is where it gets interesting. This is a 4th pick. This is kind of where this is where we're really going to have to look. Oh, RJ Mickens is all
There's fucking Mick. Where do we have him on our?
We have Mickens.
In the 5th.
He's
late 5th.
flying up boards, man. Mickens is flying up boards.
So some names that I see.
We have Blue at number 1,
Mickens,
but we've already picked a halfback.
Jaden Blue.
Torrey Horton, but we've already
Horton.
taken a wide
I
receiver.
think it's Mickens, guys. I know that where's Mickens on our board, and
6th.
He's the 6th round, so this is.
But I still think like he's on the board, and if he's up this high,
he's doing something.
The PFF. I don't know. Do you take PFF over ADP? I kind of do.
Let's keep going down, look at our 4, and just see who else possibly.
There's Torrey Horton. We don't need him.
Helm. This is an area we're not going to have a lot of players.
Ty Robinson, 122.
Ty Robinson.
Also, Seth's there.
Seth McLachlan. I feel like Seth McLachlan's probably a better pick than Ty.
Is it though? You already have a starting center.
All Seth does
Ty
is
Robinson
play center.
Ty Robinson could be. We don't have a starting nose tackle.
Right.
I like Robinson over
McLachlan.
And there's Mello Dotson too, which we already got the CB, and Riley Leonard.
And we have Robinson in our 6. They must have updated this here Because Robinson's in our 6th.
Well, remember where we base those picks off of might have been 2 or 3.
Well, we just
weeks
that's
ago,
true.
So I don't know. I'm saying defensive interior is a bigger need than offensive line.
Definitely.
I'm also saying I don't hate building offensive line depth, but the thing that scares me about Machahan is he's only been a center.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that he couldn't
but then
have success elsewhere, but
possibly allows us to kick BB out to guard.
But why would you want to do that just because
if you have a true center and then you have
But
now
how
you
do
have
you
a
know
really
he's
solid guard.
BB's better than Seth McLaughlin is the thing.
I know.
You don't know that Seth McLaughlin's going to be good in the NFL.
Totally, and we know we know that BB is
and we know that
capable
BB
as at that position. Totally, I hear you.
So where we're like, we don't have a starter is defensive interior, and that's why I'm like, take Robinson.
Jenkins Gaming saying that Ty is not a nose tackle.
Well,
Fuck you, Jenkins Gaming.
Yeah, with your sense talking.
Where is he? He plays over tack. Oh, okay, yeah. A gap, not that much. He's a B gap guy, though.
I don't mind it, honestly. We just took this guy in our last draft.
He's on our board.
He's on our board.
In round.
He's on our. That's what I'm saying. 6'6", 310. He's on our board.
But if we're doing that way, because Mickens and Higgins are both, or Robinson are both in our round 6.
Guys, Mello Dotson's not a bad pick. He and double up on
Dotson.
corners.
Yeah.
Doubling up on corners is not a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea, but we need to either look Mickens or my vote Mickens or
my vote's Mickens.
Robinson.
Mickens.
It's easy,
and he's he's on my Rushmore.
Boost.
Boosted it.
He boosted.
Boost.
Man,
boost,
he's made a Mello Dotson went the pick after, which is interesting.
So now we can just speed, right?
Yeah, now we can speed it up.
Fuck, look at that. Okay, Afton Chisholm.
So
looking at our team though.
I like it. Now we got to look here. We got to look deep in here. So this is we're in round. Are we in round 6 right now?
Oh yeah. Hang on. Why did this not?
Way down in round 6.
Stutzman already got fucking picked.
Oh yeah, so we knew we weren't getting Stutz. So we're in round 6 here, fellas. Who's the first one we see?
Malachi Moore,
but
which is not on our list.
Not on our board.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, Anth put him on there.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
But we just took a safety.
Oh my god.
We ain't getting many. We ain't getting many of the guys.
Hey, how many spots do we have in 6 and 7 open?
1 each.
Okay, good. So let's pick some guys who can add to that.
Just keep scrolling the list though for a second. So Malachi Moore, we picked a safety. Just kind of slow scroll the list here.
I'm looking more BPA in these picks than need at position.
Yeah, but we're going off of our big board, right?
Yeah, we just want to see.
We are, but we have
well, Brady's Cook. Where's Cook?
So
where's Cook?
He's gone. He was drafted in like the 4th or 5th round.
Actually?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, I believe you. I was just saying.
No,
actually.
oh well.
No, he's still there.
So we got to take him.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's the pick that we have. That's the pick that we have to take.
So
okay. Yeah.
You didn't fucking slow roll it, and you missed out on Brady Cook.
I did.
You just assumed.
That makes it easy. We said in the 6th round, if Brady Cook was there, we're taking him.
So and we're getting him at a premium too at 211.
So there you go. Our big board came into play. Now we're back here. We have so we can add.
That's what I'm.
Let's go through, see who we have. We got to first make sure no one's here. We got to see is Cypress there. Like start typing some of these names in, and let's see if our big board guys are still there. That's the trick before we.
Wait, how do you spell Cypress?
Cypress. That's the guy. He must not. He must have already been picked.
Well, I thought I saw him go. Oh, there. Or Efton Chisholm.
It's Efton Chisholm. Cypress.
Fentanyl is a safety.
No, he's a quarterback.
Quarterback.
So we're checking.
There he is. Right there.
There he is.
268. So
we can
he's
the highest?
No, Chisholm is. So it'd be Chisholm and then.
Okay, well, that makes it easy. Then it's Chisholm.
Draft him. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team.
And then let's see.
Oh, Jay Higgins is gone.
And now let's check to see if
Fentanyl
is on the board.
There he is.
There he is.
Makes it easy. Welcome to the team. There we are.
That's
That's
the
our
final
fucking-
Kanban
That's
mock.
the final, boys.
It's not going to be
the final
glorious.
mock draft. Welcome to the team. Ding, 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 ding.
All we have to worry about is, do we like our top picks? Matthew Golden, A. Boosh. Look at that. Omarion Hampton, B. Siobhan Revel, East Carolina cornerback, B-. Then we get tricky again. RJ Mickens, safety, D. Brady Cook, B. Efton Chisholm, B. And Frentrell Cypress II, a C. Cornerback. Gives us a B, a solid B, guys.
You know what? I'm really, like I've always said, it's the first 3 rounds, so it's just the Golden, Hampton, and Revel pick. Maybe not the most excited, but this might be what the Cowboys have to do to get these guys. If you want the one of the top 3 wide receivers and you want the second best halfback, might be what the Cowboys have to do.
Yep.
Would you guys be happy with Omarion Hampton and Matthew Golden?
Yeah, I'd be excited.
And how exciting would that day 1 be?
Oh, man.
Super
for us as fans, trading back, picking up Golden, then trading up, getting Hampton, like that would be a pretty unreal draft. And you can't go with the grades of PFF. They're fucking.
No, you got to go with what you see there. I also like Brady Cook in the 6th, just bringing on a guy. We didn't really do much. I would have loved a linebacker in there, but instead we got Revel. It turns out was the last available cornerback of that kind of upper echelon tier. Of afterwards, it just kind of drops down, right?
One thing we should have maybe done instead of RJ Mickens is looked at what linebackers were left.
Yes,
and then taken whatever our top linebacker
It would have been
was.
Stutzman at that point, I think. Actually, I don't know if you can go back and look at it, but
Because we might have been reaching according to PFF, but they're saying we were reaching anyways. That might be the only thing we could have done different is instead of RJ Mickens, drafted a linebacker.
Well,
but that's it, boys. That's our last mock draft. Fellas, how do you feel about it? Good?
I feel good. I'm also nervous. I'm nervous from how things shook out here because this is the most updated PFF board. And at the end of the day, like you said, if Matthew Golden and Omarion Hampton are on the Dallas Cowboys,
we're happy.
At the end of day 1, fucking let's celebrate.
And we got a big board. Look at what we got out today on Easter Sunday.
And we still got a few things to fill out, so I guess we'll quickly finish that Wednesday. We'll also have to fill out our Rushmore board Wednesday, and then we're watching a movie Wednesday.
Yeah, so make sure you vote on YouTube and Instagram because I'm gonna put a round out as soon as I get off here. So,
and I got something. If anyone tells you, "Oh, you watched Draft Day and you think that's a good movie," oh, you have no taste in movies. You go ahead. Put your finger in your own butthole, wipe it under their nose, and you tell them to go and fuck themselves!
Crack 'em if you got 'em. Happy Easter.